Hey guys, welcome to We Watch a Movie.
What an idiot. What an idiot. Right off the bat, right? Get this man a bowl of gabagool. Gabagool.
We're live. Live. What's your hoodie say? It looks like a samurai nightingale.
No, I've worn it before. It's that Miyagi-Do karate.
Oh, yes. Hey,
yeah.
Did you watch the trailer today?
I did.
What did you think about it? There's a new Karate Kid trailer called Karate Kid Legends.
Yes, I thought it looked good.
Yeah,
I liked it. I don't think it's going to be like an Academy Award winner or anything like that, but it looked like going back to the roots of Karate Kid, which was great. And I didn't smell a Jaden Smith anywhere. I knew I didn't smell the aroma of crack or cocaine.
That's not. You didn't recast him, right? That's a new kid.
I don't know. I think they even mentioned the kid's name in the trailer. I don't know. I don't remember the kid's name from the Karate Kid, the next, whatever the one they called it with Jaden Smith in it. I don't remember what they called him, but I know they mentioned
it. It's okay.
I did. I liked Mr. What the hell is it? What's Jackie Chan's name? Mr. Han? I don't know. It was weird. I had to look up some research. So the timeline on this is weird because at first there was an interview with Ralph Macchio that said it was at a different timeline than the Cobra Kai series. So it didn't take place at all with those. And then later they were like, no, the Cobra Kai series existed. It does exist in this universe. This happens a few months after all that Cobra Kai nonsense. It's weird though, because I noticed the first thing I noticed that Ralph Macchio looked like Poopy. He looked like his wife had left him. His car dealership was over. He looked like Johnny in the beginning of Cobra Kai season 1.
I thought he looked the same, but I just think he looks kind of weird anyway. Like, I mean, not in a bad way. He just looks like a normal dude. So when you see him in like a Hollywood thing, to me, it's like, you look weird.
Well, maybe it's just the way they dressed him and his hairstyle looked different. He just kind of looked like, not that he's not a good looking guy or anything. He just looked dumpy Daniel LaRusso from the original movies.
Like he's here to fix your copy machine.
Yeah. Like, so I was like, well, this is the multiverse of the Karate Kids. And I was like, it's not a multiverse because apparently it's happening in the same universe.
Yeah. I think what I was surprised with, because as you guys know, I'm super burnt out on Cobra Kai. I didn't even watch these last 4 episodes. I don't know if I ever will. The last season was so bad to me. But so I watched it and I was like, okay, we're milking the teats some more. But then when I watched it, I was like, it had a serious tone to it that I really dug. And then when they go to like the Kumite style fighting,
I love that. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, like the face-offs and stuff. I was like, this is pretty cool. It all depends on what the story is. Like the story better be cool. Because like how many karate championships are you gonna drag your family and your life into?
They got to rival Steven Seagal. He's got all of them. He invented the karate championship belts. Steven Seagal did. Dude,
oh my God, would that not be the greatest Cobra Kai bad guy of all time? Steven Seagal.
Yeah, but in his contract, he specifically says you can't hit me.
But he wouldn't ever fight. Like he would just run the team. He'd be the most evil dojo runner ever.
What was this movie called?
Eating hot dogs.
No, he was a bad guy in Machete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he got beat up in that. I don't remember. I can't. It's been a long time since I see that. He was a good bad guy, but he's just being himself. He's not even like, I don't know. He's not really acting. He's just being himself. The arrogant, bloated bitch he is. So that's exactly all the kids. It's like, what's my motivation? It's like, just be yourself. It's like, I know.
Brian Cox just mentioned him. He was talking about, they were asking about different actors he worked with, and they were like Steven Seagal, because he was in The Glimmer Man. And he was like, Steven is, he's like, I try not to say things, he's like, because he gets dumped on so much already. He was like, but he was like, my daughter or like my niece or some shit knew him but from before he was famous, when he was like a dojo instructor or whatever. And he was like, she says he was nice. He was like, but Hollywood does that to people. He was like, he's weird because he's a Buddhist, but he's like, I'm paraphrasing here, but he's like he's like an evil Buddhist. He's like a Buddhist with a bad side. So
he took the dark path.
No one ever has anything nice to say about him, man. Ever.
Yeah, maybe his animals do.
And he could still beat just about everyone's butt crack. So
you got to get close to him first, and then second off, and that's only if he's telling the truth on a lot of the stuff, because a lot of people have called into question whether or not he even does, or if he's legit on anything.
Yeah, well,
the fact that he said that he taught that one UFC fighter that kick, I was like, dude, whatever. You can barely raise your foot up when you get off the bed. Don't lie and say you caught that. You taught that. That dude didn't speak English. Like, oh, did you talk to him? He said yes. He would say yes to anything. He barely spoke English. What are you talking about? Or he didn't say you were a liar because he had it out of respect for you.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird because, like, you know, we all know he can fight, right? Like, so if he got you cornered like a corporate office, you might be in trouble. So it's weird to have somebody that can fight like that, and yet he's such a prick that still, even though he could beat them up, no one has any qualms talking about it. They're like, no, that guy's that class A prick. I don't care if he beats me up.
I think he could hold his own against a layman, like somebody that's not trained, probably pretty easily. But I think at the end of the day, like I think Jean-Claude would eat his ass with a bowl of oatmeal back in their day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I also think that Michael Jai White would butt fuck him. I don't think there'd be
100%.
any type of like competition. And the fact that he gets at first when I was younger, I was a big giant Seagal super fan. But now that you learn more about him and time goes on, and you realize that party that Stallone was talking about, and that Seagal was like, oh, Van Damme walked away or whatever. Now you find out later, you're probably actually Seagal chickened out of that fight. Supposedly he's the one that was like, I'm not going to fight him because he was scared of him.
I call poopy. Your camera,
because Stallone was like, Van Damme wanted to go fight. He wanted to fight him.
Your camera fixed itself. I don't know what was going on, but it's normal now. Yeah, when we came in here, you look like seaweed. It was weird. It was better.
I activated my underwater power, my aquaman power. It was from where I was still like trying to cry at all the tears. I had to go to the dentist today, and they did that cleaning, and I hate that. That's the worst.
Was it a rough one?
Yeah,
not a fun unless I skip one, and then the next one's always like, ow.
Well, they also had to put. I have to get a night guard because I grind my teeth really bad, and they put that plastic shit. A night guard.
I thought you said yeah.
Or a bite guard, or whatever you want to call it. But I never had that done. They put that plaster gooey stuff in your mouth. I was like, now I know what it feels like to be a porn star. Like just your mouth is full of like gunk and you can't breathe. And they set it in there. And dude, the worst was the top part because it's like I thought I was gonna gag like 4 times, and I was like, can you scoop this cum out of my mouth so I can breathe a little bit? And he was like literally taking the thing and scooping it out so I could like it wouldn't hit that little dangly thing in the back of your throat. Because it was I think they're all great, all the people that at the dentist office, but they're so friggin' loud, dude. Like they're telling my business, like they're talking to April and she was in there in the lobby, or well she was getting her teeth cleaned too, but she was in like the lobby-ish area or whatever, and they were telling her about my situation. She's like, that man grinds his teeth more than any man I've ever seen in my life. She said he's gonna be down to nubs if he keeps it up. He's got to wear that night guard. I was like, why don't you tell the whole fucking world? Why don't you just go outside with a megaphone and scream it? Because I don't think they heard you in New Jersey. I don't think the drones picked it up. You idiot. You idiot face. But no, what do you guys think about that? The drones? I'm gonna tell you what, I think it's a straight. Now, here's the thing. I've heard multiple conspiracies about it, and they're all somewhat legitimate. But the fact that the United States military aren't really giving a shit, and they're not firing missiles, and no one's acting weird about it necessarily, except for like average normal human beings. They know what it is. Probably, I think it's ours. All they said is they know it's not from a foreign country and it's not a foreign power that owns them. So I think it's our drones, and we're looking for something. I think I feel like I was watching Chronicle the other day. It's like maybe they're looking for that hole. They're looking for that meteor that crashed to the earth, and they're looking for it. Someone said there was a lost nuke from the Ukraine that they're looking for, that it could have washed up. I don't know. There's a bunch of weird theories. I don't think they're aliens. I just don't think they're aliens.
No, they're not. They're not aliens because they have like. Why would aliens come back down and have the appropriate FAA lights on there? You know what I mean? Like, because they have those. It's not aliens as much as we'd all like to think so. But I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, there's rumors that they're searching for a lost nuke, and I'm like, Broken Arrow.
That's
like, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
what I think it might be.
Yeah, like some people are saying the radiation levels are up. Now, if you look at the news, they're like, these people are crackpots. They don't know what they're talking about. There's no way. But like, I mean, honestly, what they should be looking for is some sort of nutsack in our government, because the fact that they're just letting this happen every night and letting these things terrorize people, and they're just sitting back like, well, we don't want to do it down. I mean, it's either they know what it is, and they're just not telling people, which is bad in its own right. But way worse is if they don't know, and it's been a month, and they're this, dude, everybody in the world's watching going, we could take America like right now with like,
well, if it's an invasion, we're fucked.
Potato chips.
I think it's funny. Yeah, the government's acting like your dad when you're like you're worried. You're like, I don't know what is going on, or what your dad's like, Daddy's handling it. Daddy, you don't need to worry your little head about it. Daddy will talk to you about it when you're ready to know about it.
I don't know, like, what's going on?
Well, first off, someone's like, it's not a stealth drone, because I've read the comments like, last I checked, if you're a stealth drone, you're not turning your brights on flying around the night sky and be like, hey guys, what's up? So it's not a stealth drone. It's obvious they're doing it in front of somebody said Project Blue Light or Project Blue Beam. I think we talked about that before with Kim. But I don't know. I think it's military, U.S. military aircraft. I think the nuke thing is the one that makes the most sense. I would make a ton of sense if they don't want to freak everybody out. I'm like, hey, there might be a nuke lost around you somewhere, and there's high levels of radiation, and your fucking teeth are going to fall out. You're going to not look like the X-Men. You're going to look like a thing from Fantastic Four, but don't worry yourself. And you're like, what? And see, that's why they're just keeping it under wraps. I think if when Trump takes office, and whether if he's briefed on it, I don't know if it's going to be a good idea. If it is a fucking lost nuke, if he comes out right away and says, "You're all going to die, run!" I don't know what he's going to do.
First, have you bought my new gold coin? It has a UFO in the back of it.
Also, make sure you pick up one of my my steaks, my Omahas. But no, yeah, I definitely think it's ours, and I think we're searching for something. What that is, who knows? It could be.
I'll give him this, dude. I hope to God that he comes in the office and he's like, enough of this crap. Like, let's go. You know, I mean, he's hinted at it, but I think he can get in big trouble if he says anything that he knows before he's in office. So
I don't know. He dodged 2 bullets, so you could probably dodge another one. You can dodge a bullet. You can dodge a wrench.
Dude's like Neo at this point. But yeah, no, dude, I think it's crazy, dude. I think it's one of the biggest failures I've ever seen out of our government, and I've seen a lot. But it makes me just lose all faith, man. Like, if they're just going to let this go on, and it's not like the lower levels don't know, because I watched I've been kind of obsessed with this. Like, I watched an entire press conference with the New Jersey mayor and everybody outside talking to cameras. Like, they won't tell us anything. These things are terrorizing people. They won't do anything. We don't know anything at all. And they're like basically begging the government to help. And the government's just abandoned them. They're like, well, some of them weren't drones. We don't shoot it down. Shoot it down and inspect it. Show some nutsack, America. Christ.
Joe's too busy granting immunity, so he can't really do a lot.
Dude, he's eating ice cream and
he's like eating chocolate ice cream and granting immunity to a bunch of people, so he can't do it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm busy. I gotta cover up the tracks of criminals, idiot. Handle yourself. They're just drones. No, here's the thing. I think that we'll find out eventually. But as far as like, I don't think it's a smart idea. Like, I want to know too. Obviously, it's a stupid idea to keep it away because it's like you can literally go outside and fucking see it. It's not like it's incognito. But you got to say something. You got to tell them something other than like it's not a foreign military power. That's all we're gonna say. You got to say something else. But then again, you don't want to turn into Independence Day. Is like if you must leave these cities in an orderly fashion, and then it gets up, like, you see like fucking Dawn of the Dead kind of fucking traffic. I don't want that.
Can I say something? I'm proud of New Jersey, man. I'm proud of New Jersey, dude, because like in every single movie something like this happens, people are going bucknut crazy, and New Jersey's like calm about it. They're like, I don't give a shit. I mean, they're freaked out by it, but they're not out there doing dumb stuff. Like a lot of places in the world, this was happening. You'd be seeing a lot of news stories about some weirdos doing weirdo things, and they're pretty chill about it. I'd be pretty pissed.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish it happened in one of those gun republics of the United States, because I just want to see what happens if they shot at it. I was like, shoot at it. Like, look, I want to do it. I want to say it. No, I want to say it from a long way away. I was like, why don't you shoot it? And they're like, why do you want me to shoot? I was like, yeah, shoot it. I just want to see what happens, but I'll be safe far away. But I'll like, you know how like you like tell somebody to do something stupid, as long as you're not going to get in trouble, but you want to see what happens.
You do that.
That's what I was like. I was like, touch it, just touch it. It's like that scene in Black Sheep when he was like, I'm not going to touch it. You touch it. It's like, no, you afraid? He's like, yeah, I'll touch it. And he does like
that. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I think it's pretty scary. I think it's frightening, but not for the reason that I thought it was frightening in the beginning. It's not aliens, but you know, what are you going to do? Yeah. What are you going to do? Huh?
I don't know. By the way, the list that we're doing. By the way, I guess we didn't even tell you guys because we're stupid.
I got a ticker running. I was like,
oh, okay, you guys been more. Some people can't read, but
that's true. It's on the podcast.
For those that can't read, we're going to be doing the most anticipated flicks of 2025. We're going to pick our favorites or the ones that we're looking for the most to see. Now, I had a hard time. I did finally come up with 10. But dude, I was going through the 2025.
I had a hard time earlier. My wife took care of it.
I wish I had a loving wife, but no, I'm kidding. She will, but she's tired. That's what she just keeps telling me. Maybe
it's got a headache.
Yeah, it's always a headache. I was like, God damn, take some Midol and close your eyes. But no, I had a trouble finding 10 movies because I got to be honest. I looked at the landscape for 2025 and it looked kind of barren. There's a few movies out there that are shining lights, and I'm like, I like that, but it's few and far between. I feel like I'm on a leaky boat in the middle of the ocean. Every once in a while, I spot a lighthouse, but it's just too far. I can't make it. But yeah, I don't know, man.
Shocking amount of original stuff that I thought looked pretty. I watched a bunch of trailers I hadn't seen before, and a couple of them shocked me. But yeah, not a lot of big franchises. Not a lot of big franchises at all.
One I thought I might like, and I had to take it off the list because I was like, when I saw the trailer, I was like, no. No. It was that Peter Pan. I thought, because at first on the synopsis it seemed like okay. I was like, that kind of could be cool. I don't know, it kind of like a weird, freaky, evil Peter Pan. And then I watched the trailer. I was
Peter
like,
Pan's Neverland Nightmare.
Yeah, it's the same guys that did that Winnie the Pooh movie. And then I was watching.
That's what I checked out.
This looks like a knockoff Terrifier movie, and it like a Terrifier mixed with Black Mask. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, like
not like in a good way. By the way, people are like, well, that sounds awesome. It's not like it looked like a really bad imitation.
Yeah, I can't dig on any of those Pooh-verse. Dude, they call it the Pooniverse. How dumb are we? Like, how dumb are we going to allow ourselves to be treated? Monsters assemble the Pooniverse. Can we have some self-respect? God damn it, please.
No.
Fuck. Shit.
You're not allowed to have
There's like 30 movies in the upcoming year slate that are all those rights land grabs of rights that have expired. That these people are like, what the Banter movie? Nay! Like, have some thought.
Some
personal fucking thought for yourself.
They let you off the farm.
Simple jackass stories, man. God,
it is what it be. I know, but at least we're getting. Well, some people will be like, well, at least we're getting some of these. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. At least they're trying. Some of you could say they might be shitty, but at least they're trying.
I will say there's some stuff I'm really excited about. But you're right. There's not a lot of. It's not as big, I feel like, as before. Speaking of big, shout out Greg Harris, who trimmed, and it looks bigger, everybody. It looks bigger.
I knew it would, honey. I knew it would. I knew it would.
It's a great moment. It's a great moment.
I'm also, I just hit puberty. There's the little pimple.
Oh, that's nice.
I know. I'm getting hair in all sorts of weird places, and the wiener's getting a little bit bigger, at least another half inch. Well, here's the thing.
God, I wish, right?
I really do. It sucked too, because I was so stupid. It was one of those under the surface pimples. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they don't come all the way out. And it fucking hurts. So I was like, no, you're coming out, bitch. You're coming out tonight.
That's a mistake. So You've made a mistake.
I know, but I like clawed at my face like I was in a horror movie. I was like, I was trying to find it, and and then it just started bleeding, and they're like, I gotta go to the dentist, and they're gonna think like, God, look at this scuzz. It's like, how's the drug trade going, you fucking dirty skank? And so I had to, but anyway, so now it looks like more shit. But anyway,
well, that's okay. I have a pillow on my seat because I hurt my back. So like, we're in a whole world.
I thought you were saying I have a pimple on my ass. Because
I might. I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, no, dude, I was in a world where Katie popped my back and finally released a little bit of it. But I went a little too hard today on what the old folk call the treadmill, and got home and I was like, oh, I locked up. It's not good. It's not good.
Dude,
and I still have some feeling
yourself doing the treadmill, because I imagine you look like John Lithgow in like one of those like sweatshirts. I'm almost done.
Pretty sight.
Working on 6 miles.
I'll be out there mouth breathing, like listening to Eminem, hot breathing.
If I were next to you at a treadmill, dude, I'd be like, "What the fuck, dude?" I was like, because that's how you are when you play video games. I was like, I can't do it.
Well, I screwed around and I worked out 3 times today because I did calisthenic stuff this morning to clean the house, and then went to the gym and lifted, and then after that I did treadmill, and I did it way higher of an incline and for way longer than I usually did. I thought I was fucking awesome. I thought I was He-Man, and then as soon as I got home, I got out of the car and I was like, oh, here we go. Fuck.
That's it. That's what I do. I've been mad about. Well, I think my internet situation might be good. So I guess I told you guys the last time we were together that I switched over to the T-Mobile gateway, and I think I figured out what this situation is. So in the living room, I'm getting well above, like, I just checked it all day today. It was like well over. It's not like lightning fast, but it's like over 150 megabytes per second. So it's decent enough
compared to the 22 it was before. That's great.
Yes, I do not believe, and listen, I checked all the devices, my phone, the PlayStation, the Xbox, everything is all like perfect, all high. They're all doing their doing. This computer piece of shit is the one that's really screwing me up the old tailpipe. I think it's the Wi-Fi adapter is bad, so I went ahead and ordered a Wi-Fi adapter. That will be here tomorrow. So I think that's the issue. We will hopefully have.
Do you know how to put it in?
Yeah, I do know how to put it in. Thank God there are things on YouTube called a tutorial. I will learn. Yeah, dude, I put it in all the time. My butt. What? But yeah, I'll so hopefully that will fix it because we're going to be having a live stream on Thursday. Big, huge, fat live stream on Thursday.
News.
Big
Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern. Thursday, wham in the morning. It's coming in hot, and we're gonna watch the Superman trailer live together with you guys. Break it down, hang out for a little while. It's gonna be a good time. So make sure you set your calendars or whatever it is you do at 9 a.m. Let's have a morning post. Let's have a Bloody Mary. Let's do it.
I'm gonna drink. I don't care what you think. I don't care.
Are you?
I don't care about the judgy panties out there. You could judge your pants off. I don't care. I'm a grown man. I'll drink if I want.
You gonna have a mimosa? Or you're just gonna go straight into Miller Lite at 9 a.m.
I'll do a little light. I don't care.
Raw.
Like mind your fucking business, my Holly. Mind your fucking business. No, I don't. Hey, dude, it's the holidays. I made a deal with myself. I was like, that's called coping. That's called an alcoholic cope. No, I made a deal with myself. I was like, you know what? It's after the new year. I'm gonna cut it back. I'm gonna get back to the schedules. I'm gonna be all right, and I'm just gonna kind of go buck wild right now, which I'm gonna do. And you know what? No one can stop me. No one can stop me. But that's what that's the deal that I made.
It's a free for all. Of
course, then later on January 2nd, I'll be talking to myself with the beer. I was like, that was more of like just a verbal agreement, right? It wasn't like a contract. but yeah, I'll probably have a couple of brewskis in the morning and have a good times with y'all because it's fucking Superman, dude. And by the way, if you guys saw that movie poster, that looked good, dude. And it's got there's a motion activated one. And you can hear
I'll pull up later when we talk about it.
Well, you can hear the John Williams score. It's not exactly, but you can hear that. The girl, it was really good. Dude. I was like, oh my God, chills. But yeah, I think it's going to be good, dude. And there are people that are questioning whether or not James Gunn has got the cojones to pull this off because he's not really known for these types of movies. But I think he'll be all right. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. So good times.
There's something about that poster by itself that just I was pretty faithful in James Gunn, but it's just a poster, I know. But the tagline "Look Up" is so good, and there's just something about that poster that just sit me. I was like, I believe. Yeah. You start talking about your internet, and you just got all fuzzy again.
It's all right. You know what? It's going to be the last time this bullshit happens because it's going to be an adapter, and it's going to fix everything. It's going to fix all our problems.
Look in between the squiggles, you might see a nipple. It's getting better already.
Yeah, that's how you watch porn back in the day when you didn't have internet. The squiggles.
Oh yeah, watch American Pie. That was us. Michael Parton, thanks, buddy. He says Superman is obviously one of my most anticipated. I'm having a stroke. Most anticipated movies, but my most anticipated movie is The Conjuring: Last Rites because it's the end of the main series. Yeah,
well, I don't want to get too far into our list, but I don't think it'll be their last right. They're gonna make money off that.
It's Farmiga and Patrick Wilson's for sure. They've officialized
it's their last time ever probably coming on screen, but I think they'll continue on that universe in some way, in some form or fashion. But yeah, I haven't seen a trailer for it or anything, and I don't really know what the synopsis is. I just know it's the Ed and Lorraine Warren are on the prowl again, looking for another booger monster in the closet. It's pretty much the same old, but I am interested to see it. I like the Conjuring series. I think they're good fun. I don't think they're meant to be any more than that, so I'm all right with that.
Yeah, as you guys know, I don't, so I'll disagree with you on that one, Michael, but I'm excited for you. I am excited for you. Brandon Ferguson, hey, good to see you, buddy. He said, what's up, dudes? Been playing Indiana Jones. It's amazing. One of my most anticipated movies is the new Final Destination, Bloodlines. Oh, Jay's frozen. He's a popsicle. He's a meat popsicle. I have no fear. It's going to make it come back. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I don't know.
You look like
just everyone stop moving. Stop moving around. Everybody stop shaking your leg.
We have a new internet situation. We're working through it. It's going to be fine. I promise you. But no, dude, I'm pumped about the new Final Destination as well. Dude, I didn't know that. So, this is really cool, actually. Speaking of games, so I know you haven't played the new Indiana Jones game, and I'm probably not going to. But I noticed this. Hey, it's on Game Pass, which I didn't know. That's rad. A brand new game coming straight to Game Pass is cool. But the really cool part is Ellie's been getting into gaming, so we've been playing some Grand Theft Auto together. We've been, picking up some prostitutes and shooting some people in the streets and whatnot.
Bonding
with my 8-year-old. I'm just kidding. She did play a little bit of Mafia. I don't want to talk about it, but you can now you can go on Game Pass, and that beta thing that we played in the Patreon stream, you can just play it from your TV. Any game on almost, I don't know if it's every game or what, but the games we clicked on Game Pass, you can just click play on cloud gaming beta, and you don't have to install the game. You can just jump right in and try out any game you want.
That's how we played the Turtles game.
I thought that was just on the computer, Jay.
No,
I didn't know that was
streaming it from the cloud. Get with the now. Get with the new generation. AOL.com is the past. Embrace the future.
It's fun, dude. It's like it's a really good time doing that. Try out some new games.
You should also play Marvel Rivals. Apparently, everyone's having a good old time with that.
That was trending on Google. I wonder what that was. It's a game then. It's a game.
Yeah, it's a game. Yeah, it's free.
What do you do?
The thing, Indiana Jones. Yeah, I don't have Game Pass anymore, but I'll probably play it eventually. I just don't like the fact that it went in first person. I don't know. I just think that game looked like it'd be a better game in third, but it is what it be. I'm glad you're having a good time with it. But listen to this, guys. Speaking of gaming, really quick, gaming.
Gaming.
So I don't
know. Our gaming channel. That's what we should call it.
Gaming. Yeah, that'll last 2 seconds on YouTube.
Gaming.
Good luck on that. Yeah, GAAYMING. Gaming.
I like it.
That's not gonna last too long. But anyway, I will say, so dude, it's so nefarious and so like Trojan horse-ish of them to do this. So the company BioWare, they came out with that Dragon Age Velgar, which was a complete flop. It was a failure in every way of it, shape, or form. Basically, shit game, mid-tier type of combat gameplay, and then everything else was wrapped around a dirty diaper full of virtue signal, and it's no wonder it tanked as hard as it did, and they are coping hard.
The magic recipe.
Yeah, that's what I mean, of course, you just throw in 2 scoops of shit, and you just wonder why people don't like the smoothie you just served them, because it tastes like poopy, Austin. But anyway,
shit, Austin.
Oh, it's not just me. But no, so that was the company's BioWare. So their next big game, which they have one big last chance, because they're going to get shut down if this next one doesn't do well. It's Mass Effect 5, which everybody wants to succeed. Everybody's in love with Mass Effect series. Andromeda sucked butt, but it is what it be. So there was an internal email that was sent out, I don't know when, maybe last week or whatever. This was leaked out. And one of the guys that were at the meeting was like, so what they basically said was they had an all-hands-on-deck meeting, BioWare did, which is never good because they saw how bad. They won't release the sales numbers for Dragon Age. That's how bad. This game cost like $200 million. So it did not do well. So they had an all hands on deck. Basically, they said unwokeify everything in the base game, release it, put it out there, get rid of all the other additional shit that you were working on. Do not put it in the base game. And then they said DLC.
Thank you, Donald Trump.
They said DLC will be the vehicle by pushing this virtue signaling bullshit. So what they're doing is they're essentially saying we're gonna fuck you later on. So when it comes out and it looks pretty good, and everybody's like, yeah, that's all right. I like that. That's pretty good. It's not got any bullshit. I'm not getting preached to. Then later on, DLC will come out, and then you're like, I see. You put it in the butt when I wasn't looking, eh? Well, now I liked it. Do it again. That's what's gonna happen. But it's so nefarious. I was like, I don't understand, dude. Like, it's not selling, it's not working. Whatever you're doing, whatever magic formula that you think you have, take it back. It's bullshit. It's expired. That formula is no good. Just make them give them what they want. Them. Like, I don't get it. Like, if you know what people want and you know that bullshit you've been pushing is not working, just stop doing it. I don't understand, but again, it's all about money. They don't. Here's the thing. Here's the little secret. They don't give a shit about any of this stuff going on. Whatever virtue signal is popular at the time. No company cares. What they care about is that money. They get paid X amount of dollars to put certain things in games, and they want that money. That's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, it's money. So that they're promised an X amount of dollars. So of course they're going to put it in the game. But I'm just saying, be careful. I have no hope for Mass Effect 5. None.
But so it's like gay. It's like what do you call it when they when like a movie like continuously has like Coca-Cola ads in it? What do they call it? Branding.
Yeah, it's branding.
It's essentially what it is. I want you to gay this up.
Well, gay it up. I don't. Yeah, put a chick in it, make her gay, like Cartman said. But here, I don't. Like Coke.
It's called
Coca-Cola, for example, not the drug, but Coca-Cola. Coke by itself, the drug is fine, no problems there. But Coca-Cola, remember when they introduced New Coke and everyone lost their fucking minds and like, this tastes like shit. I don't want this. And like, you don't know what you want. We're the company of Coca-Cola. We will tell you what you desire. You're like, no.
If I give you the funk, you're going.
Yeah, I was like, no. We'll just go to Pepsi, and they lost a fuck ton of money. Guess what they did? They went back to the regular formula of Coke, and it worked. Wow, you gave people what they wanted and they bought your shit.
Now we should do that again and get them to put cocaine back in it, and then we can all have fun.
Hey, you know what? With Trump back in the office, cocaine for everybody. They're going to introduce that shit in grade school. It's going to be like the 80s.
Just talk RFK to him. Like,
yeah, we just have to borrow some from Hunter. But otherwise, everyone's got a supply. But no, yeah, it's crazy to me, dude. It's not just video games, it's movies too. It's all that stuff. I don't understand. Just give people what they want, and you can easily figure that out. You know what it is? It's tone deaf. It's people that are in charge that are so tone deaf, they're so out of touch that they don't understand what their customers want.
Seems like it's quickly getting better, though. It does. Gary McDonald says, "Hi, Mike and Jay from Ireland. You sound like you're from London." That's not. Ireland's a different. My kids
they'll kill you. They'll kill you over there if you said that.
Yeah, the wrong bar. My kid's going to Ireland soon. I'm very excited for her. He says, from Ireland, it's 1:06 a.m. here. Hey, that's not so bad. It's only 8:30 here. We feel like it's 1:06. Good to see Jay got his internet fixed. And
Mike, bite your tongue, you leprechaun.
It's going to be very interesting with Mason back for Scream. Yeah, dude. Chad is coming back to Scream. Chad. Meeks Martin is coming back to Scream after getting stabbed 772 times. We knew he survived already, so that's not a surprise. But it is a surprise that he's coming back. Will he be the opening I think that's too obvious. I still think McKenna Grace is going to be the opening kill. And I think Chad is either going to play a role where he shows up and he's just like passing, like he's like letting everyone know what's going on. Or maybe he somehow intertwines himself as a major player into this. What if they kill off Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega's character off screen? He's like, yeah, they're dead. They got hit by a bus. What are you guys doing? That would be crazy if Spyglass did that just to be dicks.
I think they should just open it up and kill off Nev Campbell.
You shut your
fucking Cox. I think they should all just fucking die.
2 to 3 fingers.
Yeah, they should all just die. Kill them all. Kill them all.
Me.
Everyone fights. No one quits. Okay.
Only if they sacrifice them to bring back the soul of David Arquette. Christopher Sampson, fly me to the moon like that bitch Alex Crampton.
What's up, man?
Says, howdy, folks. Shouldn't the Terrifier franchise have a kick-ass soundtrack by Beartooth or Barry Tomorrow or a band of Jay's choosing? Mike picks Blink-182. Thank you for automatically assuming that. I don't appreciate it, and you're 100% correct.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think, and by the way, when you said, I swear to God, dude, I read that when he says have a kick-ass soundtrack by, I thought it said Boston. It's more than a feeling. I was like, yeah, that would kind of work. I think, yeah, the band pick, I think, would be the most badass, most triumphant, most bodacious, most cowabunga band for the Terrifier series. Would 100% absolutely have to be Savage Garden. Give me some Savage Garden reunite. No, you know who I think would be good though? I swear
to
God,
slashing someone's like boobie off and it's like chicka cherry cola.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of cool. It's like, because I don't know. I would pick then when he was like really taking his time, truly madly deeply would play somewhere. No, I would pick you guys are gonna think this is crazy, but just hear me out, dude. Creed. I want Creed to do
always. Always.
Yeah, I think Creed could make a badass soundtrack to Terrifier.
Yeah, the Sienna's coming back to life again through the portal. It's like, hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge. Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think Creed would work. I think I don't know why, dude. I just think they'd rock it out.
I'm fucking
but you fucking Satanists would probably be like, no, put Ghost in there and have an upside down cross.
Yeah, dude, like honest to God, like you're right though. Terrifier should, like, I don't even think they need to put it in the movie, but just Terrifier based on like the vibe it is. They should do what they did with like Freddy vs. Jason, where we got that soundtrack that had Seether and it had Spine Shank and Mushroom Head. My band almost opened for Mushroom Head once. That's a fun story, but everyone was busy like getting married and shit, so we didn't.
But girls ruined the day again.
To be fair, Mushroom Head's crowd would have fucking hated us. We would have got booed off stage, but I still would have done it. But no, dude, you're absolutely right. Like even if it's not this, even if it's just like, I mean, they did have, to be fair, they had Ice Nine Kills in there, so that.
Yeah, I guess maybe unofficially, Ice Nine Kills is their band.
Yeah, but like also, the whole soundtrack would have been cool. I would have dug that. You're right, Chris. You're so fucking smart, Chris. Stop it.
He is smart.
Gary B says, Mike, did you get a hard? Yes, I told you earlier. I had a little afternoon delight this evening. This afternoon, it was wonderful.
Afternoon delight.
But did you get a hard copy of Terrifier 3? Apparently in the special features, it gives a preview of Terrifier 3 documentary that will be released at a later date. So I looked all this stuff up because I was wondering if there was going to be a commentary on it. But also Jay and I are going to be, I haven't gotten it yet because Jay and I, the next time I want to watch it, it's going to be with Jay and it's going to be his first time viewing it. And we're going to film it and we're going to put the commentary on Patreon, link down below. And we're going to cut it up into a video and put it on here just the next time that we're in the room together to do that. So I'm waiting to do that. But yeah, if I see it, I'm going to snag that motherfucker up.
Yeah, there's actually, we got Terrifier 3, which I actually,
just deep in thought. Whatever comes out of his mouth next is going to be astounding. Let's look on.
Farts.
I knew it.
You guys see? Yeah, I know. I told you. I know. Socrates himself just lifted his toga up in celebration because he was like, that was the most astounding thing I've ever heard in my life, is what he said. But no, I saying was I'm actually looking forward to Terrifier 3. I'm pretty anxious about watching it. I do want to see how it unfolds. And then we're supposed to also do like Long Legs, and there's a few other movies that I haven't watched that we're going to be doing first time watch arounds. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about it very much so. And that's the Patreon commentary this month is Terrifier 3. So we're absolutely doing that within the next couple of weeks for sure. Regardless. All right, I'm going to read this one, and then please keep the super chats coming. We appreciate it, but we will jump into the list after this one. Joe Hindo TV says, not going to lie, Superman has my attention. Yeah.
No, me too. For sure. It does.
Look, I always believed in James Gunn. I'm glad that we're getting a fresh start with things, even though obviously Jay and I are Snyder bros. You could say we just like the fucking movies, man. But like, and we think Batman vs Superman still rules to this day. So does Man of Steel. But that being said, I think that I've always thought James Gunn was going to do a good job. I like what he does. I like his work. But then I saw some of the behind the scenes pictures and I was like, some of this looks like dollar store tree shit. But there's something, dude, that poster is one of the best movie posters I've ever seen.
It looks amazing. You know what it does? Like, it's the simplified version of it. And that makes it so eye-catching to me. And the fact that, you know, it's not on the same level, but even that simple poster they had back in the late 70s, the Christopher Reeve poster, like You Will Believe a Man Can Fly. And it just showed the silver S. And that's all you saw, like a little red streak across it. I mean, that was enough. That was cool as hell. It's the simple stuff. Less is more, Chip, and that's what it was. And I swear to God, dude, from a lot of angles, it looks like Christopher Reeve. That guy looks like from a side profile, and he's got his little red panties on, so everyone's going to be happy. And it's supposed to be a more hopeful Superman, which is what everybody wanted. And
I loved what I heard about it. Apparently, it picks up right in the middle of the action. Like, we're not doing an origin story and all this shit. Don't need you, James Gunn. That makes me think you understand us. It's no, we don't have to see the whole Krypton crashing again. We're just going to jump right into the action. And the reason he's wearing trunks is partly because of David Cornsweet, who by all things I've seen he's been good in. But they talked about how like he wants kids to trust him, which that sounds like a really weird thing to come out.
So let me wear my underwear on my outside so the kids know I'm not a threat.
But he wanted to do like he wants to do like a professional wrestler type of thing. So that's why he wears the trunks over. And I'm like, that's such a cool thought. Like, I dig this. And also he said, it's not meant to set up a universe. It's not meant to carry on a second movie. James Gunn was like, it's fuck it. Let's just make a movie. And God, if that's not music to my ears, I love that so much.
Yeah. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a good time.
Me too, Jimmy. Yeah. Okay. So let's jump in to my bed. Let's find out if I have drugs. Our top 10 most anticipated films of 2025. Jay, ladies first.
Oh, thanks, babe.
That's how it goes in the bedroom. And that's how it goes here on Wham.
It's going to go. Return to Silent Hill. That's my number 10. Yeah, you know what? Maybe they'll get it right after this. I'm gonna keep holding out hope. I don't really know much about it, except that you know the synopsis seemed pretty cool. It's one of those movies. Silent Hill is just. I know that some people did like the Silent Hill movie, and the first one wasn't bad. It just they changed so much about it. I feel like Silent Hill could be a great franchise if they really just give it the appropriate attention. It's just the same thing with Resident Evil. I just don't know how you can fuck these movies up. They're written perfectly in the game, so it should be an easy translate. But of course it's not. But I am looking forward to see what they do with it.
That's totally in my honorable mentions, and the only reason is because, dude, I'm really pumped for this movie because Christoph Gans is directing it. He directed the first one, And if you guys watch that movie, you know it looks amazing. Like he knew the world of Silent Hill and created it so well. But it's just the actors and some of the dialogue was terrible. But this is like a director coming back to right his wrongs. Problem is, they've been saying this movie's going to come out for like 2 years. They screamed it. They screened it at Cannes, whatever. And to my knowledge, no one bought it. So it's still kind of in limbo, which scares me. But dude, I want to see this movie so bad too. I'm with you. I am. I don't know what my list is. I forgot to bring it up. Excuse me. I suck. Oh, speaking of sucking, this is gonna make people mad. People are not gonna like me for this. Not one little titty bit.
What is it? Your small two review?
Oh God, buddy. Let me tell you.
That's the worst one.
Let me tell you, people didn't like that at all. Actually, a lot of people did. They were just like, "Thank God someone said it." It's The Strangers 2, Chapter 2. Look, I know the first movie sucked buttons for a lot of people, and it wasn't great. But if you watch that new trailer, all right, the first movie got all the doo-doo out of the way. Like it was just a remake of a movie that had no business ever being remade. But they got it all out of the way now. And now she's where she is. And just in case you haven't seen the movie, I won't spoiler it. But the trailer that came out, when those people pick her up and like it seems like the whole town might be in on it, and those dudes have those smiley tattoos, and she's in the car with these dudes, and they might all be strangers, and this whole town might be strangers. The reason they remade that movie was just to set up these future sequels. So I have a faith that these future sequels are going to finally do something really, really cool with this idea. And this might be the most disappointing movie of the whole year by the time it's said and done. But right now, I can't help it. I'm really pumped to see this fucking movie. I am.
Yeah,
I am.
It's too bad they didn't. I don't guess Damien's in this movie at all.
No, unfortunately not. He should be.
God, will somebody give that guy a job?
Yeah. Well, you know what? He's had a lot, but I think we all would have loved to see him in The Stranger.
Yeah,
sure.
I thought Damien was great, but yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see what they do with it. I actually forgot about that, but good times.
Yeah, said Ridgemont.
My number 9 again. You know, this probably would never be on my list, but I was struggling to find anything. But number 9 is going to be I Know What You Did Last Summer. You know, it's like when it's a cold night in February, you're like, hey, I just want to warm up and watch some stupid bullshit and get warmed by the stupidity of that movie. Maybe I'll turn this on. I don't know when it's supposed to come out. It's not February, but June. It's one of those movies that maybe I don't know. Maybe they do okay with it. Maybe they do something interesting with it. Might be good. I'm definitely looking forward to it more than Return to Silent Hill. So that's how I based it on that. So I am kind of nostalgic for it a little bit. So I do want to see how they move forward with the new story and what they're going to play with. You know, it's funny. I did watch an interview with Sarah Michelle Gellar, and she had talked about that she was on set and she had actually sent out on Instagram a picture of the back of the seat, you know, the chairs that the actors sit on that says, I Know What You Did Last Summer. And so everybody was like, oh, Sarah Michelle Gellar, are you back? Are you back in the movie? She's like, no, my character's very dead. So apparently what she had done is she fucked up because they hadn't even released anything for that yet. And she sent it out because she's like, well, I was proud of my husband. That's Freddie Prinze and I met and we had sex on that set. So I was proud. And she sent that out. And then they had to move up like announcing the movie. And I was like, I bet Freddie, like, he probably was like extremely mad at you, but then he was like, I guess you're just gonna have to be like extra hand jobs this week. Which is good. But dude,
there's so much drama behind that. Like, actually,
what, the movie?
Like, yeah, like because Jennifer Love Hewitt, they've been filming, and Jennifer Love Hewitt just now signed on. They've already been filming.
Wow. Because
she was like, I just wanted to make sure that they actually like gave this character. If we brought the character of Julie James back, she wasn't just there for a couple of minutes for no good reason. And then like there's all this stuff that came out about how there was rumors that there was a huge feud between Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar, that Jennifer Love Hewitt on the set of the original movie was like forcing the directors to make sure that she died because she wanted to make sure she was the star of the film. And when they asked Jennifer Love Hewitt about that, just like recently, as she was being cast for this movie, she was like, dude, her response was so Mean Girls. She was like, I don't even know. Like, I was 19. I'm not making any decisions. And she was like, I'm so happy for them. And I think they're an adorable couple. And I think it's amazing that they're still together after all these years. And dude, you can just sniff strangeness on it. And then somebody asked Sarah Michelle Gellar on the red carpet. They were like, so is Jennifer Love Hewitt coming back? And dude, her face dropped. And she went, I don't know. Yeah. Like, it was fucking like obvious tension. And then the next thing you know, they announced Jennifer Love Hewitt's going to be in the movie, but then you find out that not only is obviously Sarah Michelle Gellar's married to Freddie Prinze Jr., who was already on set filming, but she's best friends with the director. Yeah. So like, a lot of people think that maybe she was trying to fuck Jennifer Love Hewitt out of the movie, and it's like there's all sorts. It's like Cruel Intentions. It's crazy.
All right, you know what? Someone get the kiddie pool and fill it with mud and have these two strip down and wrestle for it. I want to see it right now. That's the only way to settle our differences. That's the only way to settle it.
Clinton's right. By the way, Jennifer Love looks great.
She looks amazing. Yeah. And I was like, but Jennifer Love really shouldn't be like demanding certain things. I haven't seen her in a movie since 1986. But like in the
not true. She's in 911.
Oh wow,
that's a very popular show among the 60 to 75 demographic.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna like the 60 and 75-year-olds that watch it. I don't even know.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I was like, I just saw her recently. She's in a Rocher chocolate commercial. Like, I mean, it's not like you're really banging down the door for the Academy any longer. So I don't know. Anyway, I personally don't give a shit about who's in it because I mean, it is what it is. But I'm actually shocked they didn't do some kind of like figure out a way to bring Sarah Michelle Gellar back. I don't know. Like they fucking made Skeet Ulrich a Ghost Force thing. I'll
bet you dicks to dollars she makes an appearance in the movie somehow. Who knows? Maybe she'll be the killer. She's like, I never died.
But she could be. But you know what? Sarah Michelle Gellar, to be fair to, she's actually doing some work. She just landed one of the lead roles on the new Dexter that's coming out, Original Sin,
with Patrick Dempsey as well. This is true. No, and they both look great and good for them. Freddie Prinze looks great too. I'm excited for him.
He does. He's a handsome fucking guy.
My number 9 is going to be Final Destination. I'll just put BL for big load, or like whatever, big lips. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, Final Destination Bloodlines. Look, are most movies in this franchise not what you would call Oscar worthy? Sure, yeah, but it's one of Tony Todd's last performances. He did film his lines before it. It's been ages since we've had a Final Destination. Yeah. This has been in the cooker, the crock pot for so long that I feel like enough time has passed. When it comes out, we're not just going to expect another fly-by-night movie. I think we're all expecting them to up it somewhat, especially, and with what they did with that one Final Destination movie, where at the end of it, they wrap it back around and it turns out to be a prequel, was fucking legendary.
Yeah.
So I think that proved, that moment right there proved, and the kills in that movie were great too. But that moment right there to me proved that there's still juice in this franchise. Mm-hmm. And obviously any movie called Bloodlines, really bad omen. Like,
yeah, really I don't. That's the first thing I noticed. I was like, that seems like some cheap ass straight to video kind of like tagline. Bloodlines. Like, even though I was like, yeah, it's like, I mean, Hellraiser 4 Bloodlines like turned out great. Nope, it didn't. I kind of liked it, but nobody else did, and it fucking sank at the box office. But either way, yes, I think it's going to be good. It is one of those movies. Again, it's like the Silent Hill thing, and I know what you did last summer. You just turn your brain off and have a good time with it. That's what it is. And I do listen. Final Destination, it started out like it was creepy, weird. It was meant to be like on the edge of your seat. And then they finally just were like, you know what people are here for? It's kind of like Saw. They want to watch the kills. They want to be creative. They want to see how creative we get. So let's just have some fun with it. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah. And you're right, dude. That going back to the original film, I know that most people look at it as a jokey franchise now, and in many aspects it is. But like if you go back to like the original film, moments like that bathtub death scene, that shit's pretty gnarly, dude. It's pretty freaky when you're watching.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think
it gets under your skin.
Yeah, I don't think it was meant to be jokey at all. Like it was meant to be like like a horror, and it just turned into that.
And the same thing goes for I Know What You Did Last Summer, by the way. I think that with today's day and age, where I think horror as a genre is looked at in a lot healthier of a light, and I feel like it's a possibility that some of these old franchises coming back that we've seen so many schlocky Weinstein type sequels for, I think there's a good possibility that they're finally going to get some respect put behind them and some work done on the script and whatnot. And we could see these movies that typically were forgettable and guaranteed stinkers that could have a little bit of fucking sauce to them. And that's why I'm excited about this. And I Know What You Did Last Summer as well.
Mm-hmm. Good bringing back the juicy juice.
I like juice.
My number 8 is going to be, Michael talked about it, Conjuring: The Last Rites. It's not going to be probably amazing or anything like that, but I have fun with watching those movies. So, and it is going to be, what's their names last time coming around as the Ghost Hunter Extraordinaires. So I do want to watch it for that. But,
Vera.
Yeah. Vera. If it's going to be awesome? Probably not. But I mean, I'm still going to enjoy. I will enjoy. So that's it. That I don't need to explain anymore to you. Okay.
You're not my dad.
Fuck you, Dad. I'm going to the army. What?
My number 8 is going to be, we already talked about this. I was shocked it was on your list. It's I Know What You Did Last Summer for me. Look, there's a very, very easy possibility this ends up on my most disappointing when the year's said and done. All we've had is a still frame, and we know that Freddie Prinze Jr.'s in it. We know that Jennifer Love Hewitt's in it. We know they're bringing back a younger cast. We know that they're disregarding 3 because that's a turd on a toilet. But they are keeping the first 2 movies canon, which is exciting. And I just think that with a new director, everything I just said a minute ago apply to this. Like, that movie is not a great film. We like it because it has great nostalgia for the 90s and the time that it came out, and it had some really fun stuff in it. But as a slasher movie, it lacked in so many ways. I would love nothing more for them to bring this movie back and actually put some nutsack on it and actually make it scary, or at least make the killer cool. Because that's one thing that's always sucked about I Know What You Did Last Summer. Some dude in a fucking hooker with a hook and a fisherman's jacket was just never the coolest thing. You had so much going for it, and you messed up the most simple shit. So I hope they can turn that on its head, and if they do, it could be amazing. That's why I made my list.
Yeah. There's nothing scarier than a fucking angry Captain D's mascot running around trying to kill your ass with a hook. That's what he looked like every time. He's looking like fucking Captain D's or Long.
They could have made it scary, but they just didn't. Like, I don't think they knew what to do, you know?
Well, speaking of stupid funny, but also awesome at the same time, at my number 7 is going to be Thanksgiving 2. Thankfully, Mike did text me earlier and tell me, and for some reason it wasn't on the IMDb list of upcoming movies. I don't know why, but it wasn't on there. But yes, I did enjoy that movie pretty well for what it was. It was like a slapstick kind of crazy, weird, offshoot horror movie that I did it, and the death scenes were awesome in it. I didn't really care for the he always forever will be, he looks like the BK guy, the killer. I know he's not supposed to be. I know he's supposed to be like a fucking pilgrim, but he looks like goddamn Burger King running around trying to say, I'm the king. I'm the king. I think they should lean into that. That shit's funny. But anyway, I am looking forward to it. I did have a really good time with the first movie, and I want to see what they're going to do with the second movie. And it's really cool to see a new IP where they're actually taking Thanksgiving and they're doing something with it. Because it's always weird. It's like you got Halloween, you got Friday the 13th, and no one ever did anything with Thanksgiving. So it's kind of cool that they're doing something with it. So
yeah, there will be
for fucking colonizers, you dirty colonizers, sons of bitches. This is the wrath of the land. The wrath of the land.
Yellowstone season 9. It's coming to get you.
It's my land, Montano. Montano is my land.
Montano Cubbins. That's what they call me.
Montano. Is it even in Montana? I don't even know.
It's Montana.
Oh, okay.
No, maybe this. Fuck, I don't know. No,
I don't know. That's all. It's all flyover states. It's like, because that's a lot of fucking land. That John Denver's full of shit, man.
Yeah, man. I gave up on that shit like 4 seasons ago. It was really good for a while, though.
Well, really the worst part about that show was like, I could never figure out what fucking channel it was on, or where it was streaming, or where you were watching.
Yeah. No, man. That was a great whiskey drinking show. Because you get in your feels and you're like, yeah, fuck Beth. You just get into
it. There's nothing more that'll make you want to grab some bourbon, and I don't even drink that shit, than fucking Kevin Costner in a cowboy hat. I own this land. Get out of here.
No, but then all of a sudden you're watching it. It's just like slow montages of horses, and you're like, "Why the fuck am I watching this shit? This sucks."
Yeah, I was like, suddenly I became gay, and then I went back to being a man when I saw Kevin Costner.
I can't imagine it without Kevin Costner. That must have been awful. My number 7 is going to be Heart Eyes. This is a movie that I watched it. I rewatched the trailer for it, and I'm super excited about it. Like, also. Mason Gooding's also going to be in this movie as well, but so is Devin Sawa, so is Jordana Brewster. Dude, it's such a callback to 90s slashers. I think it's right in there. It's going to be right in there, I hope, with Thanksgiving as this year's like standout holiday horror film or whatever. But it's all the old school classic slasher tropes, but it looks like it's got some good quality behind it. I got a lot of questions about it. It's a Valentine's Day horror movie, teen slasher. But it looks like it's got a little bit of money in there to me. Like, I could be wrong about this, but it looks pretty well produced. I think it could be a fucking dark horse for one of the better horror movies of the year. Could be wrong, but dude, they did this crazy kill, and even in the trailer where they had like a tire iron or something, and they slapped. There was a person on this end of it, and they slapped the head on the other end of it, and then they did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake shot with the hole in the head, where the camera goes through the hole, and I was like, this could be special. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I never even heard of it. Heart Eyes. It sounded like a documentary of the band Heart. All I wanna do is make love to you. And okay, there you go.
At the end of the trailer, the collector-looking bad guy's eyes light up. This sounds dumb, but it actually looked cool. They light up in 2 like bright pink hearts, and it just looked kind of freaky to me. I don't know. I thought it looked cool. Check it out. A lot of people probably haven't heard of it, but watch the trailer for it after this. Hard Eyes.
It's like Mike's describing, like, he goes, dude, you gotta check out this like horror ride at the state fair, dude. It's wild. This animatronic that got crazy, dude. Makes you all trippy.
Get you a corn dog and go on.
You can go to your number 6. I gotta go tinkle real quick.
Okay, I got to too. So I feel where you're coming from in your pee hole.
Yeah,
that sounded weird. I didn't mean for it to sound that way. My number 6 is going to be the getting away from horror. This has been all horror up to this point for both of us. That sounds good. That sounds nice for 2025. My number 6 though is going to switch it up a little bit. It's going to be The Accountant 2. Listen, I bet a lot of people have not taken the time to watch this movie. So underrated. Directed by the director of Warrior, starring Ben Affleck. Anna Kendrick was in it as well. But dude, The Accountant was so good. It had that damn, I don't know, it was Moby or like Radiohead or who it was, but it had that song that in its right place. But it's this basically, I don't want to misrepresent or whatever. I'm pretty sure it was autism that he had. He had a singular form of autism, who is now like a super rich hitman, and it's big, birding, huge Ben Affleck, who's just like super weird and meticulous, but he's also a super badass. And just what a cool movie. I adore The Accountant. I think it's such a good rewatchable movie. It's a great hitman movie. It's a great action movie with a really cool edge to it. J.K. Simmons was great in that. But no, the director's coming back. Ben Affleck is coming back. The Accountant 2 is a movie that should not be, because I don't think it did that crazy in theaters. It did just enough. But I think the people that made it realized this is a franchise. This is a Born Identity style franchise that we have on our hands. And we would be remiss if we didn't fucking go back into this and tap it and see if we can get something cool out of it. So I cannot wait for this movie. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. I'll jump to my number 5 while Jay's peeing. It is a movie that I just watched the trailer for the first time today. And it's a movie called The Monkey. I don't know why nobody's talking about this. All right. Off the heels of Long Legs, Osgood Perkins directed this movie, the director of Long Legs, the director of, if you want to say the Blair Witch Project, Blackbeard's Ghost. Shit, Blackbeard's fucking twiddle twin. Blackbeard Wonder. What is it called? Black Coat's daughter. Osgood Perkins, obviously an awesome horror director, but this is, in its own weird way, a transition off of the old school horror movie, The Monkey, or Monkey Shines, the Stephen King story where the monkey's sitting there with its 2 little symbols. When I saw that, I thought, you know what? Oh, it's just, that's weird. That's weird that's going to happen. It's produced by Jordan Peele. But then I watched the trailer and oh my God, man, they took this story and they shot it to the fucking moon. Whatever's going on here, this thing being around causes horrendously gory and nasty, over-the-top kills. Wherever this thing goes and it's around, people die in awful, disgusting, horrendous ways. And it looks like a comedy. So you got the look and the feel and the money and the production behind an Osgood Perkins, Jordan Peele film, right? But when you watch the trailer, it's got the attitude of like Tremors or something like that. I wouldn't go that far with it, but it looks funny. It looks like it's having a good time with itself. It looks like a splatter horror movie, and you're putting all this fancy shit on top of all this fun shit. And I really think The Monkey is going to be the surprise fucking horror movie of the year. I'm stoked on it. The Monkey.
Yeah.
It's Monkey Shines, right? That's the one. Is it not Monkey Shines?
Isn't that a Stephen King movie?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's basically a remake of that, but totally different.
Okay.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Tell me number 6. I'll type it and then I'll go P2, and you can also give your number 5 because I gave mine.
Okay, my number 6 is going to be The Man of the Wolf. Wolfman it is.
Oh, I almost typed that in, you stupid butthole.
Yeah, it's going to be Wolfman. Various reasons. To be fair, I think the Wolfman is actually one of my favorite Universal monsters, period, point blank. I know it's sacrilegious to say it when there's so many great horror monsters of Universal. You've got the Bela Lugosi's, you've got the guy, I don't know all of them. Okay, I'm lying, but the Wolfman looks cool to me. And I thought that the trailer looked awesome. I like the idea. They're trapped in a cabin, and then this fucking guy is like, hi. I don't know. It looks creepy. It looks atmospheric. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope it does launch. It probably won't, but I do hope it launches some type of shared universe. It's like they were going to do that Dark Universe years ago with the horror monsters of Universal. But anyway, but I'm looking forward to that very much so. And I always like a good werewolf movie. It's just, again, werewolves are my favorite. They're my favorite, so I am looking forward to that, and I think it's going to be good. And that's all I'm going to talk about with it. By the way, the best looking werewolf I mean, other than like obviously, you know, American Werewolf in London and The Howling, as far as transformation scenes, those are top notch. Silver Bullet, hello, let's talk about that. That's awesome too. But I thought, dude, I always thought the Wolfman from Monster Squad was badass, dude. I like that he had that old school Universal monster look to him. I thought he was lock me up. I like the guy that was like turning into the werewolf. I thought it was so cool. Anyway, I know a little bit sidebar there, but I had to tell you guys about it. Anyway, so it's gonna be number 6 is my Wolfman. It's Wolfman. My number 5, we've talked about it a little bit. Not much more to go into details. Mike explained it pretty good. So Final Destination Bloodlines. Again, guys, don't get angry at me, all right? It is a barren wasteland out there in 2025 as far as like films that I'm really, really looking forward to. So I had to pick what I had to pick. But again, Final Destination is one of those series you just have fun with. It's not, you can turn your brain off, you can watch it, and you know, it is what it is. And Mike's right. It's one of Tony Todd's last performances, so hopefully they do him justice, and it's a great flick. I don't think it's going to win any type of awards, but I do think it's still going to be a fun movie to go and see. It's not going to be there, but Mike is right. The idea that Bloodlines is the tagline is kind of like, oh, I don't know about that, Jim. I don't know, but we'll see. And then, well, he's playing with his little wiener over there, so I'll just go ahead and do my number 4. My number 4 is going to be Fantastic Four Steps of First Steps, that is. And I'll tell you why. I really want to see, that's such a weird thing to say. Not that they fuck it up. I want to see if Marvel is capable of actually telling a good Fantastic Four movie. It's one of those films, for whatever reason, they've never been able to get Fantastic Four right. And I think maybe it's just were they 20th Century Fox? Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's just whatever studio, they just couldn't figure out how to work those Fantastic Four movies. My number 5 is my number 5 is Final Destination Bloodlines, and right now we're on Fantastic Four First Steps. We're 4.
Big load.
Yeah. So
Fantastic Four, what's it called?
First Steps. Yeah. First Steps into a new universe. That's what I guess. But yeah, so I'm actually interested to see if the Marvel machine, which again I don't fucking anyway, it is. I want to see if they're able to bring this, like, to bring Fantastic Four to the level that it deserves to be at. Because I always thought that Fantastic Four they're one of the coolest superhero families in comic books, and they've never been able to handle it. Whenever, like, Jessica Alba and Chris Evans did all right. I mean, I thought Chris Evans was a fantastic Human Torch, but it just never really hit the mark. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't like that it's going to revolve around, I don't know. I can't remember if it's Franklin Richards already grown. I can't remember the details of it. So, and I know it's set in the 60s. I know it's all goofy kind of looking, but I'm just curious to what they're going to do. So I think that how they handle Fantastic Four is going to be show how they're going to handle X-Men. If they fuck this up, I don't think X-Men has any prayer. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like period piece type stuff. Like, so like
nobody's a fan of periods, especially when you have to live with them.
Well, oh damn it, that was not cool. Listen, the Jetsons type aspect of it, I don't love, but I did see some leaked clip of what was supposed to be Galactus looking into a window, and I was like, awesome. My God, if they get that right, that movie could be a fucking bang.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it is a gateway into like one of my favorite superheroes of all time, is Silver Surfer. Like, I would love to see a Silver Surfer movie, and I know people have been begging for that forever, to bring Silver Surfer to the silver screen. And other than, and again, nothing wrong with the rise of the Silver Surfer. I mean, they did nail the look. He did look good. And they had Lawrence Fishburne do the voice, who was awesome. But they actually see a full feature-length movie with Silver Surfer as the main protagonist going out and fighting. That would be awesome, dude. I think that would be amazing. But yeah, again, it's gonna be interesting to see what Marvel does with it, because if they fuck
is Robert Downey Jr. in that one? Yeah.
Well, if they're doing, you know what? I don't see. I guess First Steps, I'm assuming, because it has that, like you mentioned, the Jetsons atmosphere around it. I don't know if it's a parallel universe where Doomsday is in that universe, because Doomsday has always been one of the main villains of Reed Richards, or maybe the main villain of Reed Richards. So I don't know if that universe, Robert Downey Jr. is the main bad guy that they're fighting against all the time, because they already seem to be an established team. So if they're using that as a bridge to bring in to pull together the universes, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to see it no matter what, just because I think it's. I mean, I do like the cast, and I like the idea of Galactus possibly. But yeah, if RDJ's there, I'm there for sure. My number 4, you talked about a bit. It's going to be Thanksgiving. Number 2. It's just weird. Like, not a lot of huge franchises on here. Again, no Scream, no Halloween, no Hellraiser, no Friday the 13th, no Nightmare, unfortunately. Again,
no.
But like, there's a lot of horror. I think there's a lot more horror in this year's list than there was last year's list, which was headed by Deadpool Wolverine, which turned out to be our favorite movie of the year. So that worked out really nice for both of us. I would imagine that's your favorite as well. I think it's probably going to be my favorite
of like Marvel movies,
of just any movie the past year.
Oh yeah,
like there's some great stuff, but I think that might be number 1 for me. But I love the return to, like, look at all the fucking slashers on this. Like, I know that, like, we cover slashers probably more than anything else on this channel, but, like, honestly, like, typically it's not this way. I mean, we've got a ton of horror and slashers on this, and it's exciting. I think Thanksgiving 2 is going to be really important, because if this movie works, it's going to solidify that we've got a franchise that we're going to be able to go back to on holidays for a lot of years to come. And I think it will work, because Eli Roth said recently about it that he's got all the story and all the plotting and all this exposition out of the way, and now he can really have fun with it. And he said that he's thought up some of the best kills of his lifetime, and he's going to go all in. But also, they're keeping the budget the same. So it sounds like there's a lot of work going into it. I mean, all signs point to Thanksgiving 2 being a fucking amazing movie. And I think it'll do better than the first one did, box office wise. And I also think that a lot of the cast living and surviving and coming back, we're going to start to get some new favorite characters and whatnot. And I think it could be fucking huge. I think this movie could be fucking huge.
I think they should have called it Thanksgivings. Thanksgivings with a plural.
My fixins.
My fixins with Thanksgivings. But no, yeah, it's so weird. You think of that. Eli Roth is sitting there. He was like, yeah, I was just sitting around, I was taking a poopy, and then I was like, man, that kid would be amazing. And like, where do you come up with all your inspirations? Like, I just think about, when I look at my lovely wife and she's just droning on and on and on and on and on and on about fucking court cases that I don't give a shit about. And I'm like, can you just please shut the fuck up so I can play my video game?
Sounds like a personal thing. This doesn't.
No,
I'm
just saying, no, it's not really. I don't even know what you're talking about. That's weird. But yeah, Eli Roth is sitting there talking like he's just saying that, and he's like, yeah, look at my, and then you're just like thinking of
Jay's like the drones. Do you mean my wife?
Dude, I tell you what, I love my wife to death. I really do, but I cannot. There's only so much. Like she watches murder mystery. No, well, they're not criminal. She literally watches criminal court cases, like that droning ass courtroom shit. And she's like, she'll go, oh my god, so listen to this, and then she'll tell me. And I'm like, I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 right now. Do you understand how hard it is to balance out a team? I'm the fucking warlock right now. I've got to figure out things going on. Okay, my team is imbalanced. You're sitting there talking to me about court proceedings. I don't. Anyway,
I can't pause it, baby. It's live.
I can't. You can't pause it.
No, honestly, I will say I've had that argument with the family before, because I'll be playing Madden Live. It's like, hey, look at this. I'm like, I can't. I'll lose. It's like, so it's like, do you know what that'll do to my record?
She came over. She was saying something about, I don't know what she was. Some kind of court proceeding she was trying to tell me the other day, and I was playing Turtles. I know, because I'm a grown man, and I was playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I was like, and I paused it, and she's like, "Oh, you can pause." I was like, I shouldn't have revealed that secret. See, I could actually pause that game, but I revealed it.
I have an Instagram I've got to show you guys tonight that I saved just for this specific thing, because it's fucking hilarious. But what's your number 3, sir?
It's going to be Karate Kid Legend. Karate Kid Legends. Yes, dude. Does it sound like a video game from the mid-90s for the Super Nintendo? Yes. Do I care? No. Do I want to see Ralph Macchio throw it down one more time? Yes, even though he's been doing it for a long time on Cobra Kai. I don't care. Don't tell me the semantics. I think it looks good, dude. I think it goes back to the root of Karate Kid, which I do enjoy. I like the format. I love Jackie Chan. Like that fucking guy is 70 years old doing that shit, and he looks great, fantastical.
He does look good.
Yeah, and so it's going to be interesting, and I like the fact that it's, they're bringing together the legacy and the Mr. Miyagi, and like even it's like, are you here for Mr. Miyagi? He's like, no, I'm not here for Sensei. I'm not here for Sensei Miyagi. And he's like, God, he just made you look stupid, Daniel-san. See, you're so disrespectful. You call him Mr. Miyagi. It's Sensei Miyagi, you piece of shit. Anyway, it's going to be cool, and the Kumite style fighting that they showed in the trailer looks awesome. It's not going to be a traditional like Hill Valley tournament, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm actually excited about it as well. I didn't.
Somebody asked if Johnny was going to show. I was like, I don't think Johnny will show up. It's possible he might have a cameo, possibly, but I think that the reason why he
does,
it would be awesome, but I don't think that he will, because I think that they would take too much focus off the main story they're trying to tell. And if he showed up, they'd be like, oh, now it's a Cobra Kai story.
Yeah, you're right. I hope he does have a badass cameo though. My number 3. So there's 3 left on. There's 2 left on each of our lists. I can tell you right now what Jay's are. I won't.
Go ahead. I don't care. Tell him. Reveal my secrets.
I think 2 of our 3 will be the same.
Probably.
But my number 3 though. My number 3 is going to be 28 years later. Man, dude, I realized this was the second most viewed trailer in the history of movies on the internet. Like, that shocked the shit out of me, and it's awesome. But the trailer was really good. Dude, just everything, the vibe about that, it came in and it was like, fuck doing a bunch of, you remember how great 28 Days Later was?
Yeah.
Fuck doing a bunch of like franchisey type of stuff. It was Danny Boyle and Alice Garland and them came in with this trailer and were like, we're here to fuck you up again in like a completely different way. And that trailer was so good and it was so bleak. And there's so many little tiny things that it looks like there could be a giant in there. There's so many things that they've done to the story. It gave nothing away. It just added a ton of fucking intrigue, man. Like, that trailer was so damn good. And I've been excited for this movie for years. They were supposed to do 28 months later and they waited so long. They had to change it to 28
I feel like
later.
It was a wasted opportunity. I would have loved to have seen Jeremy Renner come back, but it is what it be.
Yeah, no, that would have been fucking awesome. But I'm super stoked for this movie. I cannot wait to see it. And they filmed it back to back with another film, so there's going to be a 4th one as well. I'm pumped for that. I can't wait.
What do you think my number 2 is?
Your number 2, I actually, based on your reaction to that, I think I might have changed my mind. I was thinking your number 2 is 28 Years Later.
What do you think it is?
That's my only guess I have. Hang on. Let me look at some of mine.
No, you can't look at the list.
No, I'm looking at my honorable mentions. It's either going to be Mortal Kombat 2, or it is going to be The Running Man, Predator Badlands, or it's going to be 28 Years Later.
You know nothing.
What is it?
It's Freakier Friday, idiot.
Oh, duh. Idiot.
Duh. No, it's 28 years later.
Me.
Totally knows me. Shit.
That was my first guess, by the way. That was my first guess.
It was 28 years later. I'm not fuck for Freakier Friday, even though I will watch it probably on Disney Plus. Anyway, it's gonna be 28 years later as well, for all the reasons that Mike mentioned. It's just really cool to see it back on the big screen again. I know people had a problem. There were a lot of people that actually had an issue with 28 months. Was it what I can't remember, 28 weeks later. I liked what they did with 28 weeks later. I feel like it was more of an action oriented type of story versus 28 days later, where it was more psychological and thriller-esque. But I do like what they're doing with 28 years later. I think it's going to be cool. I love all the conspiracy theories going about. Like, I just like that stuff, that buzz in the air about it. Like, oh, who could that be? What are they going to do? I just like that kind of shit. So yeah, I think they're doing a good job on marketing, and I hope it's a great movie. And will you see Cillian Murphy? Probably not. Everyone, I know that was just proven that he was not the zombie that everyone thought
he's supposed to. He's supposed to be in it though. Like, he is supposed to be.
Yeah,
but he's not got top billing. So
yeah, he'll probably just be in a small role and then die really quick, like Nev Campbell should do in the new Scream movie. But either way, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
I like it, and I know you so well, and I know what your number 1 is too. You dirty little.
Well, yeah, I know what your number 1 is too, huh?
My number 2 is the Superman.
That's not true. You're a fucking liar. And first of all, you know how I know you were lying? It because you said it like a 90-year-old man, the Superman.
Are you on the pot, son?
Oh my God, no. It is, dude. Are you putting Scream?
Scream's not coming out this year. It'd be my number 1.
Yes, it is. Unfortunately, I must be a bigger Scream fan.
Scream is 2026. February 2026, you dolt.
God, it should be February of 2020. Never.
Shut up. Don't say that. Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning, Dead Reckoning, whatever it's called.
I think it's Final Reckoning.
Whatever. The last Mission Impossible movie,
I know.
Something Reckoning. And dude, I don't even need to see the trailer for this. Like, it's supposedly the last one, at least with Ethan Hunt as Tom Cruise. It's going to be a fucking banger. You haven't watched Fallout still, even though I've been begging you to watch it. There's been a whole nother Mission Impossible movie. Mission Impossible Fallout's one of the top 10 action movies of our lifetime, and Jay won't watch it because I asked him to. And I'm still
You know what's funny? The last Mission Impossible movie I've seen is Mission Impossible 3.
That's crazy sauce.
I know.
Why?
No, dude. I don't know. I haven't even seen the
like
new
movies.
I haven't even I didn't even see the fucking John Wick 3.
I hate you sometimes.
I know.
I hate you sometimes.
What? I'm sorry. I'm fucking busy watching reruns.
You were just talking about playing Ninja Turtles. I don't want to hear it.
Because it needs Shredder's out there and he's got to be stopped, dudes.
I'm a bigger fan of the Mission Impossible franchise than most
That's
of us
fine.
are. I get that, but I love it, dude. It gets my gears going. I get fucking pumped. And that trailer was so good when they're like, I know your problem is, your biggest flaw is that you won't, let your team die. I'm like, oh, let's fucking go, dude. I'm in. Like, I'm so pumped. I love what they've done with his arc, where they've made him just this unstoppable force, but not for himself, but for his friends, and to do the right thing. And obviously, it's completely opposite if Tom Cruise is a real person. But I think this is one of the fucking best franchises of our time, man. It's hit after hit. There's no stinky turds in this franchise at all. Like, it's such a good one.
You know what? It's so babyish of me. I never forgave them from the first movie, and they killed off Emilio. It's like, you sons of bitches, dude.
That still hurts. That
you
does
sons
still
of
hurt.
Bitches. You killed his whole fucking team. You just killed his whole fucking team, and he died in the worst goddamn way. I was like, it was bullshit. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. Whatever.
Yeah. You guys gotta shut the fuck up and watch the Mission Impossible movies, and then you'll come back here and you'll all tell me that I'm right. That's what you'll do.
I'm sure. Well, Mission Impossible, I think everybody, like the general audience, do love it. So that's why they keep making it.
I get it's an old man franchise, but the old man in me at heart fucking loves it, dude. So much.
I think the only movie I'm caught up on all the Jason Bournes. Because if Matt Damon ever comes back to do another one, I'm like, I'm ready.
Yeah, dude, I would be too. Him or Jeremy. I'd watch another Renner one too, even though that one wasn't the best one. It's funny because Kay asked me what for Christmas, and I was like, I have some 4K movies, some workout stuff, whatever. But I actually sent her a link. They had it on sale for Black Friday. The whole franchise. It was like $30 for the whole franchise on 4K. And I sent the link to her via email, and in the subject line, I was like, how did this link get in here? That's weird.
I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. I got an offer, and it was just there.
Dude, I just show it to you.
That actually happened. Well, it not exactly the same way, but I was struggling on what to get April. So she's like, well, I just put some stuff in the shopping cart on Amazon, so you can just pick from that. I'm like, okay, thank you. I don't know what to get you.
That's very nice. I appreciate that.
So she let me open a gift up. I sound like an asshole, but it's really not. I just was like, oh, because I got you some stuff, and she like I opened up the present, and it was a fucking shirt. It was just a shirt, and it was like I
want something I could play with tonight.
No, but it was in a big box, so I thought it was a Trick or Treat Studio because it said Trick or Treat Studios on it, and she's like, well, how do you know that that's just not the box that I used it? I'm like, it's a trick. It's like, you totally got me. That's so really nice of you. So I was really excited for it, and I picked it because she's like, you can just pick one out, and I picked it, and I opened it up, and I was like, oh. But I hit it. Like, I hit it. And I was like, yeah. I was like, that's what I wanted. And it was a Kirkland shirt, too. So I was like, you got this shit at Costco. Like, you worked there. Like, you didn't even, like, go out of your way to do it. You just picked this shit up while you were walking through the store. I'm like, oh, I'll just grab that shit. Am I worthless to you? I've been sitting here struggling for days figuring out what I should get you. And you're just, like, wandering around on your break at Costco. I'm like, there's a fucking shirt. I'll just grab that for that asshole and just put it in the bag. Anyway, I was like, so I wore it.
Like, what? $9.99?
So no, it was probably 12. I don't know. She gets a discount, but I wore it the next day, and she's like, "Oh, you look really good." And I was like, "Of course I do. Obviously." I mean, that's because you know why.
Wine on it. She's like, "Oh, take my life, but not the shit."
I only look good because I'm shining with the love that I received from you because of all the thoughtful ways that you put into this gift. But yeah, it was
so let me ask you this: did she pick a gift that you could open earlier, or were you allowed to pick a gift?
I picked it. I was like, dude, I've had the worst run of fucking luck this month. I swear to God, dude. The internet.
She let you pick it, so
I picked it. It was a big box, and it was the box that it was delivered, and it said Trick or Treat Studios on it. So I was like, it's gonna be something really nice. It's gonna be something really awesome or something. And it was like,
but are you pissed at her for not giving you more of a warning that it wasn't Trick or Treat Studios?
No, I was happy. I'm obviously I'm farting around. I'm thankful for anything I get, but I was shocked a little bit. I was like, oh, thank you. It's like, that scene in like The Rock where Nicolas Cage is like, he's like, I'm really questioning anybody to bring. I really think that bringing a child to this world is an act of cruelty. he's like, I'm sorry, baby, I'm rambling. What's your news? She's like, I'm pregnant. He's like, what? And she's like, didn't just really mean what you just said? I like bringing it into the world as like an act of cruelty. He's like, I meant it at the time. He's like, well, at the time it was 5 minutes ago. It's like, well, gosh, a lot's happened since then. That's how it was. But anyway, at the end of the day, yeah, it was. I guess for me, it was just like you didn't even like. You could have got this shit from doll hairs or something. Like it's fucking.
You didn't even.
It's fucking Kirkland, dude. And like, don't get me wrong, it's a nice looking.
Kirkland is a subsidiary of Costco, by the way. So.
Yeah, and she works there.
That's where I get my minoxidil from.
Hey, listen, she was thinking of me, I guess, and she's like, I gotta get the fucking asshole something. So, and she was like, oh, that'll do, and then just do it. And she's like, but anyway, it's a joke. I'm joking. Of course, right. I'm very happy. It's a gift, but
Katie ordered my big gifts, and she was like, for 2 days, she was like, so I know it's going to be on the package, so just don't look at the porch when you leave the house.
Oh, yeah.
So I did all this super, I don't want to see it. This is in a big box or whatever. And I asked for workout stuff, and she can't, whatever it is, she can't carry it in herself. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, I'm going to need you to help carry it in. So I guess I'm just going to put a blanket on it or something because it's really heavy. So this fucking box sat out there, and we had rain and we had snow. There was a fucking Hurricane Katrina in between since this box has been outside. And the fucking box at this point is rained on. It's open. The sides are opening up. There's probably rats in it. There's probably a live raccoon in it at some point. And finally I was like, I'm just going to go get it myself. So I went and wrapped a blanket around it and carried it inside. And a piece of it fucking fell out of the side of the goddamn box. And I was like, thank God. I picked it up, and I don't know what it was. It was some piece that didn't give away what the present was. So I just shoved it back in, and it was heavy as fuck. I almost pulled my back trying to get under the goddamn tree. And then I just took this big ass blanket and I think you saw it when you were here the other day. I just threw a blanket on top of all the presents under the tree.
Oh yeah.
She has since wrapped it though, but yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, can I just have it? Because it's gonna get ruined.
That's what I'd be like. It's already falling up. See, that's why I like me and Mike exchange gifts. I don't wrap that shit. I ain't gay. I just give it to him. I was like, hey man, I got you this. I even send him a screenshot. I was like, hey, I got you this. I'm like, you could just wait till you give. I was like, no, dude. I was like, I got it for you. Like,
oh, by the way, speaking of which, the other present that I got you that I told you about that I didn't know if I had, I do have. It's the Escape from LA on 4K. By the way,
we'll watch. We'll enjoy.
I got a great deal on it. It was very cheap.
I like it, yeah, but I felt like what it was too, and to clarify, so I don't want people to think like, oh, well, she just being that's all she got you was a shirt. She got me other stuff. It's just I wasn't around to open.
That was his big gift, though.
That was my big gift. The other stuff is they're just like little dinky things, but no, probably just candy. But no, I had told her before, I was like, I really don't, because it is true. I really don't want anything necessarily. I don't. It's like, what do you want? I really don't want anything. If when you get older, you're just like, if I want something, I'll just get it. Or if I want it or whatever.
Right.
But I kind of felt like Big Dad back in the day. Big Dad one year told mom, he's like, I don't want anything for Christmas. And he told all the kids, he's like, yeah, he's like, so Big Dad got it in his head. And I felt like Big Dad too when this happened. Cause I told her, I was like, don't give me anything. I really don't want a lot. I don't want anything really. So that's what happens. But anyway, Big Dad told mom, he's like, Norma, honey, I don't want anything. I don't need nothing. Don't get me anything. You just go get yourself something, get them kids some good Christmas. And then he told the kids, he's like, you all don't get me nothing either. Your dad don't need anything. So nobody, from Christmas comes around, nobody got him shit. Nobody got him anything. And he was sitting around so everybody was opening up their fucking presents on Christmas morning. And they're all in there opening the presents up and everything's flying. He's sitting there like this with his hands up on his belly because he had a big belly. He was like this. And just watching everybody. And he was like, And then I guess he really thought he was going to get something. Like mom might have snuck him a gift. Nothing. And so he walked in after Christmas. He was like, he walked in. Everybody was in their room. They're going through all their toys and stuff and all the stuff they got. He's like, well, you fuckers have a good Christmas. He's like, you fuckers have a good Christmas. And then he was like, because he didn't get mom nothing either, because that was the whole deal. But then it turns out later,
mistake, by the way.
But here's the thing: it turns out later on, mom did get him something. She just waited till at the end of the evening to give it to him, and it was like a watch and something else. I don't know what it was. And then she's like expecting presents, and he's like, I'll go tomorrow and get you whatever you want. And then mom got upset, dude. She was like, well, you didn't care enough to get me anything. He's like, damn it, Norma, I told you I didn't want nothing. And then he came in there, and then he was like trying to backtrack and figure it out. He's like, now listen. He's like, honey, I got your medication, which was $88 at Kroger. He goes, I also picked you up some dinner for 2 days ago, and that was $10.15. He was trying to calculate. Like, he goes, I spent this amount of money. It was awful, dude. That was like that reminded me of that. He's like, I told her, I was like, we're gonna have a small Christmas this year, and I was like, you got me a fucking shirt. And I was like, that's never gonna happen again.
And to be fair, I had to tell early in his and April's relationship. I had to tell. I'm shocked that I had to tell this, but he was like, I was like, so what are you gonna do for Valentine's Day, man? He's like, nothing. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, she said she didn't want anything. I'm like, dude, that's the oldest trick in the book. She said you got it, something, flowers, anything. He's like, no, I'm not doing it. I was like, please.
I was doing that justification. Like, it's a corporate fucking holiday. It's all bullshit anyway. It doesn't matter.
Like, just something. I don't care if it's a fucking a bathtub duck, but you gotta do it. Don't fall into this trap. He's like, fine, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah, I just went outside and picked up a fucking flower off someone's property. I was like, I got this.
Don't fall for
myself.
Yeah. Don't do it. Also, do not buy your women, unless it's a subsidiary gift. Do not buy your women cleaning products, pots and pans, none of that shit. Trust me. Don't do it. I thought girls love to cook. I got a crock pot. Like, it was my ex slut. I got her a fucking three thing crock pot. It had 3 crock pots in one that you could. That's probably what she told old boy too. He's like,
after,
he got me a crock pot.
Yeah. Then after that, she was sucking dick more than a vacuum cleaner. All of a sudden, it was like, why? Was this over the crock pots?
Our number 1 movie that we're most excited for 2025 is Superman.
Yay!
Man, surprise! We're just trying to build up the stream. I tell you what,
that trailer's gonna be fire. Woo!
Oh man, it's gonna be so good. But maybe we're hyping up too much, and we're gonna be disappointed. But either way,
I wonder if they're gonna play the John Williams score. I bet they will.
You know, I don't. It's weird, dude, because I saw everybody responding to the poster that they put out, which is, by the way, one of the greatest movie posters I've ever seen. The look up inscription is just fucking. Oh, God damn it, that's perfect. But I heard everybody saying, like, it sounds like the John Williams score, and I was like lying. I was like, yeah, it does. But like, I listened to it, I didn't hear John Williams at all, and I'm just like,
you can hear it a little bit. The vocalization of the chick, you can kind of hear it.
I was just expecting the bum, 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 bum,
yeah,
you know.
I think the John Williams score is one of the best scores of all time. I just don't know why you wouldn't use that all the time. I'm not saying that there was anything wrong with the man. I like the Man of Steel theme that they had for him because it fit his character. It fit that more dark, grittier tone. Yeah, it was good times. But the John Williams score, for especially if they want to bring back the more hopeful, brightly colored Superman of old, that's exactly what you'd go with. But then again, you can't be. I mean, what's his name? Bryan Singer tried that shit with Superman Returns, and nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah,
I mean, they even had the opening title sequence of the original Superman, and no one was like, "This is stupid and outdated."
Yeah, but honestly, Superman Returns was like unwrapping a T-shirt from Costco.
Dude, well, it was an impossible task. Well, it really was. It was. Well, don't mock my Christmas gift. I'll wear it. I'm going to wear it Thursday morning. You guys are going to see the glory that is.
It's wonderful.
Does it
say Costco on it?
Dude, the first fucking thing I noticed was it said Kirkland. It's like, I was like, you could have at least took the fucking tag off of it. Anyway, she's great. She's a great wife. She's a great wife. It's not like she knows I like shirts. Everybody likes shirts. I like shirts a little bit more than other people like shirts. I really love button-up shirts. They're my favorite shirts. And that's what she got me. She got me a really nice button-up shirt.
It was a button-up shirt. It was button-up shirt.
Yeah, but dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, I like it. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It looks pretty good because it looks good under a sweater. Like if you have a layer on, it looks good. Yeah. But it kind of looks like a shirt that mom would buy me. It's like, honey, this is gonna look good on you in church. You're gonna wear this. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. But anyway, Superman Returns is one of those movies, though, is like he gave everybody was like saying, well, they went right with the Christopher Reeve formula. They got a Brandon Routh look just like him, everything about that movie, but it was a hard task. You got to imagine Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, had come out decades before, like in what was like the late 80s or something. And then all of a sudden in when did that movie come out? 2006? Superman Returns, I think. I can't remember, but it was like that long.
I have a very specific story about the night that movie came out, by the way. I was 20. So it was 19 years ago. God damn it. I'm fucking old.
Yeah.
But the guys I worked with at H.H. Gregg snuck me into a college bar, and I got a girl's phone number, and she was like 20 something. She was like 24. She was in like college at like Vanderbilt to be a lawyer. And what?
Why are you looking at me?
No, I was just looking at you because you looked at me.
No, you were already looking at me.
No, like you looked at me, and then I was trying to tell a story about this time I got my car fixed. What? No, I wasn't looking at you. You were looking at me. So the guy tried to give me a bad deal on the car, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, you gotta be careful of the MSRP.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I went to see. She was sketchy at me anyway because I was young, and that's the movie I took her to go see. So we were sitting there watching that piece of shit, and it was a fucking
dude. I've tried to watch that movie back to find anything good in that. There's a couple of moments in it you're like, man, if they leaned into that a little bit more, it would have been good. Like there's one scene specifically where she had wrote that story. By the way, the girl that played Lois Lane, I actually did kind of like her. But when he's floating in the air with her after he'd come back, and he's like, I read your paper, and where you say that the world doesn't need a savior anymore, and that's funny because I can hear them cry out for one every night. And I was like, that was great. And I was like, if
the plane shooting was dope as shit.
Yeah,
was good stuff.
Dude, like when they had the action sequences in the movie, they were awesome. And I was like, that's really what you should have those in balance. But when he was up there in the sky with her, and he was like, I hear people crying out for a Superman or for a savior every night, and you wrote the world doesn't need a savior any longer. I thought that was like very philosophical and very good writing. And I was like, that's where they should have leaned more into it. Like people, kind of what they did in Batman versus Superman. Like, how much am I supposed to give to the world? Like when Superman is down there trying to like stop all these natural disasters, there's people like looking at him like a god to help them nonstop. You know, like how much is too much, or how much is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. They could have done a lot better with that movie. And I think I thought Brandon Routh was actually a decent Superman. He wasn't a bad Superman at all. It just the writing was so fucking boring and bland. And that's the problem with that film. And also Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor. I was like, you guys just did a Wish.com version of Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. That's all you did.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate, and I'll maintain until I see it, but I hate the idea of Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I hate Nicholas Hoult as anything. I do not get why Hollywood is trying to force this guy onto it as the next like A-list dude. Like, I don't see it at all with this guy.
I don't know.
He bores me to
like,
fucking tears.
Just fucking hire Bryan Cranston and put him as Lex Luthor. Holy shit.
Why are we trying to do it?
That's it.
And it felt like a charity thing too, because he showed up to audition for Superman. It's like, why the fuck we went Nicholas Hoult as Superman? Like, he's trying to do Batman and shit like that. He's like, dude, like, maybe I'm wrong, but it's like, you're not that guy. Like,
my God, I mean? Read the room. Nobody likes you, Nicholas Hoult. Nobody likes you. Read the room.
Maybe it's just a me thing.
Well, I think he's okay as an actor, but I never felt like Nicholas Hoult is a star. You know what I mean? Like I think he's a good co-star in a movie. I do not think that he's the leading guy that I'm going to go buy.
He's got a punchable fucking face too.
Well,
I just want to punch a fucking.
He's also Jennifer Lawrence side piece. I mean, here's the thing about Nicholas Hoult, though. At the end of the day, dude, he's got a young, boyish face. It's really hard to take him seriously or serious any more than like if you see him as like. Even I had a hard time buying him as Hank McCoy in the X-Men movies. I'm like, I was like, Kelsey Grammer did a better job. I mean, it's just I don't. When I think of Beast, I think of Beast from like the X-Men, the animated series, where he's like a wizened, like middle-aged dude that's got like some of the. I do not think of like some snot-nosed kid with a baby face that sits around and goes, "Where are you going, Logan?" I don't know. There's just something about him. Would he have been? Well, here's the thing. Here's a question: could Nicholas Hoult have pulled off a Peter Parker?
No. Oh God, stop it.
I could see him being that kind of geeky dude.
He has the face for it, but it's like, and Big Joe Grizzly said, Granny's peach tea. Yeah, like obviously anything's gonna be better than what we got with Facebook Kid being Lex Luthor. But dude, my favorite shot of Lex Luthor is during one of the I can't remember which one it is, but it's one of the Superman animated films, which DC fucking rocks at. They're so good at their animated,
they're really good
films. But there's this shot of Lex Luthor, and he's on a treadmill, and he's got 2 gigantic dumbbells. He's walking on a treadmill while fucking doing the dumbbells. And the whole storyline is like, it fits so perfect with his character because he's like, he's just a human being, but he hates so badly the idea that Superman could be better than him. He's trying to become the absolute peak of humanity, both mentally and physically, to challenge him. And like, I just don't think they've ever gotten that right. Like, obviously, what's his name? Hooters.
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman's a great actor. And to me, that's not Lex Luthor.
Well, that was more of a comic. They were more like a comic book jokey version of him.
Right. But like, I've never seen anyone portray Lex Luthor in the way that I would fucking hire for Lex Luthor. Bryan Cranston would be great because that guy could do anything.
Yeah. Heisenberg getting paid. He just already played it. All he would be is Breaking Bad. That's all he would be.
Yeah.
He'd be.
But I would want some titans of industry, huge motherfucker, not huge, like ridiculous, like The Rock, but like some dude who like, you could look at him and be like, that guy is like gunning for supreme.
He's got to have murder
physically and mentally.
Yeah, he's got to have like, he's got to have like this psycho murderous like look about him. Like, you know, he's like, he looks like on the surface like a nice dude. He can get like, he's gonna be like really easygoing and he gets along with everybody, but there's something on the surface or under the surface that's just like psychotic. Like, you know, Christian Bale would be a perfect type of Lex Luthor. Because he's already played it in American Psycho. That's again, but also Michael Rosenbaum did a pretty good job of playing Lex Luthor in Smallville. Like, he's not bad either.
For like a high school Superman, yeah, that works. But for an adult Titans of Industry kind of dude,
he's not. Michael Rosenbaum actually, the character evolved and developed a pretty good amount during the Smallville run up. Like, he actually does become the evil Lex. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those. I think it's a slam dunk easy decision. I would have hired Bryan Cranston immediately for that role and said, there you go, just go to it.
Yeah,
that's it.
No, I understand what you're saying, Big Loss. Like, Lex Luthor's supposed to be a thin and he's not supposed to be thin. If you look at the comic books, if you look at some of the animated series, he's not always thin. He's in good shape and shit like that. I don't get, but Jesse Eisenberg's a bridge too far. Nicholas Hoult is in good shape. I've seen him in the Nosferatu trailer, like Gleath and the Muffled. But like, I don't see it, man. He's like a nice guy. Ooh, what's going on? Face. Like, I just think they've missed on every Lex Luthor casting.
You know, physicality, I don't think that he needs to be like a rock size type of dude. Like, I don't think that at all. And I know what,
but like a lead pace, like a tall, elite muscular, but like slender, also
phenomenal as fucking Lex Luthor. Yeah, he's got to have like obviously he has to be in good shape. He doesn't have to be a massive Arnold type of dude, but he's got to be able to carry himself where you're like, you don't fuck with that dude. Like, physically, he could fuck you up. Like, maybe not Superman, and he's also like really sharp witted and he knows what he's doing and he's like evil genius. I don't know, man. Maybe Nicholas Hoult will surprise us. I don't think he will necessarily. I really don't. I think that's poor casting, but James Gunn knows what he's doing. I mean, he's proven that before in the past with properties that nobody thought was going to do shit. So
yeah. And you know what? We'll find out Thursday. And by the way, let me just reiterate, Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern time, a morning Wham stream. Jay's going to be drinking. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a morning Wham stream. Thursday, 9 a.m. Set your clock.
Somebody's like, oh, Jay's going to be drinking. That's like saying, are the birds going to chirp? Yes, we know that's going to happen.
See me drinking the Sutton for the first time ever.
You should have a screwdriver.
I may have Bloody Mary. Who knows? Who knows?
A mimosa. Have a dude. Those mimosas, dude. Woo-wee, they will fuck you up.
I love mimosas, but I can't do orange juice because I have a stomach thing, so the acidity just fucks me up. But I'll just drink straight champagne out of the bottle. That's how I like to do it. I like to get fucking weird. Like Tom Hanks, I remember I had cocaine drink, Coke and champagne and Diet Coke.
Dude, I remember this one time I was having mimosas, like 4 of them, dude. And I was fucking drunk as shit, dude. At that point, I was just like, give me the fucking bottle and stop playing all this frou-frou shit. You keep mixing it. Just give me the fucking bottle and let me drink it. And dude, I had the worst fucking hangover for like 2 days straight. Like, that shit will give you that, like, you get the runs and you have a hangover for 2 to 3 days.
Dude, the worst thing about a champagne drunk is that you feel like everything is superset. You feel like God really fast, but then really quickly you feel like shit. Like,
dude, it's the worst. As soon as you stop, it's over. If you stop for 15 minutes, it's over.
Yeah, make you feel like you're at a Diddy party. But that is our top 10 most anticipated movies of the year. Do you have any honorable mentions?
No, I didn't. Because it's a barren desert out there, guys. barren
no,
desert.
I got some. I'll run through them super fast though. Fantastic Four, we talked about that. Karate Kid, we talked about that. Wolfman, we talked about that. Just didn't quite make my list. Mortal Kombat 2, I'm interested in it solely for the fact that they're bringing Johnny Cage in as Dredd, Carl Urban. Like that's what interests me. Same director as the last one, which I didn't think was that great. But
Mortal Kombat 1 was all right, but it was better than Annihilation. But anything, a fart in the bag would be better than Mortal Kombat Annihilation. But yeah, it 100%. Is. I hope Carl Urban's the main guy too. I hope that they make him the main star, not that one guy that's not like the guy the Cole character they just created out of nowhere.
Yeah, unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that for. You just make it fucking Liu Kang as the main guy, even though that Liu Kang was like fucking soft. He's soft a little bit. I'm not saying he couldn't fight, but I was like, you kind of soft though.
Yeah, I get it. No, it's nothing like the '90s one, But
like, no, Robin Shue.
Yeah, I agree with you, Michael Parton. Carl Urban's not the first person I would have cast as Johnny Cage, but I'm fascinated to see it because he's such a good actor. Mickey 17, Bong Joon-ho's new movie with Robert Pattinson. I think that could be really good. Sinners with Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler. It's a vampire movie. It looks really fucking good. Just need to know more about it. Flight Risk with Mark Wahlberg. I don't know if it's going to be good, but I cannot wait to watch it because it's going to be a shit show either way. Yeah. Havoc with Tom Hardy, directed by Gareth Evans. I think that could be really cool. The Smashing Machine with The Rock actually doing like an interesting role for fucking once. A24, Benny Safdie's directing it. They completely changed his whole getup. He's playing a UFC fighter. That could be cool. The Naked Gun with Liam Neeson. That could be fucking awesome. Maybe. Oh yeah, I forgot Liam Neeson was doing it. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm a little comfortable with that because I mean that's such a hard role to fill. I mean because Leslie Nielsen was so amazing, and the Naked. I mean, hey, you can't replace OJ. His role was murder, but I'm just saying like, but Liam Neeson, I'm interested because you don't really think of Liam Neeson as a comedic guy, so it'll be interesting how he tackles that. Yeah, and it's directed by the Lonely Island dude, Akiva Schaffer. So I think we just get so few comedies. I'm really excited about that. By the way, Scary Movie 6 isn't until 2026, so I think that would have been on both of our lists. Yeah. The Running Man remake, directed by Edgar Wright, with Lee Pace in it, as well as the Twisters guy. If you feel it, chase it. Well, here's the thing about The Running Man, that's another thing too. I used to have this book where Stephen King was talking about all the adaptations of his films and which ones that he enjoyed the most and the ones that were as close to the original of his novels. And he mentioned The Running Man in that, and he was like, it was literally mine in name only, like because I read the book The Running Man, and it is so different than what they cast. I mean, The Running Man with Arnold is a badass action movie. It's fun, but it is so different than the novel. I mean, the actual main guy in The Running Man is like this sickly, like I think he's dying of cancer. He's not like a big built like guy, and that's why it's like a challenge for him to get through this stuff. It's a lot different. So if they're going to go that route, it's going to be a really, really cool movie. Yeah, that could be exciting for sure. I'm excited about it. Predator Badlands is on my list as well. Same dude did Prey, Dan Trachtenberg coming back. They're going to make the Predator the good guy in this one, which is fascinating. Ellie Fanning's in it. Just not enough about it to make my top 10, but it's fascinating. Saw 11. I'm excited about it, but it's a franchise that I just don't. I don't think that you really expect when they have a banger of a movie for them to follow up with a banger. I think when they have a banger, you expect the next one to kind of be shit. And also, we don't even know what's going to happen because it sounds like it could get canceled. So I think Saw is one of those like it's like it's like the relationship phase. Where like I think we need to see other people for a little while, like just kind of like stretch your legs, just have a break, because I feel like Saw has kind of run its course a little bit. Yeah, for sure. So that's my last one, but I am excited about it. I hope it rules, but it just couldn't really crack the cock of the list for me. So that's our list, guys. That's our list, and we'll talk about this in the stream on Thursday as well. After we watch the trailer, if it still remains our number one anticipated movie or if it drops down, that'll be interesting to see. I think it will. I think the trailer's gonna be awesome. I fucking hope so. Mm-hmm. It could, Himmel. It could, Steven. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's go to the streets. Scrolling. What? Scrolling. What? Oh, you know what? I just noticed. I can't click on. You know what? I rebooted the computer and like signed out and signed back in. I'm out. Like I'm not on your StreamYard anymore. That's the worst fucking part about that. Fuck. Is when that happens to you. I got it. Don't you worry. You're pretty little fucking dick. I can't do a goddamn thing except sit here and look at it. I'm scrolling back. I'm scrolling back hard. going back all the way to the tippy dick.
Oh, what?
And we're moving. This is awkward, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's called dead air, and I don't know what to do.
Fill it. Shut it.
Yeah. You guys want to hear a joke? So there was a bear and a rabbit, and they were both pooping in the woods. And then the bear looked over at the rabbit, and he's like, "Hey, do you get poop on your fur when you wipe?" And the rabbit was like, "No." And so the bear used the rabbit to wipe his ass and walked away.
That's fucking the worst joke I've ever.
You know who said that? Actually, you better put respect on it. It was Eddie Murphy said that. Eddie Murphy told that joke. So you put
but he didn't. Yeah,
he did. He said it just like that, just exactly.
He was on cocaine, Jay. There's a lot of coke. That's right after he recorded my girl likes to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Yep. Thought it, Dan. What's cracking, Wham fam? Happy holidays to all y'all. Happy holidays to you.
Hey, happy holidays, dude.
It's going well. Jay's already got this Christmas is off to a big start. Got a Kirkland t-shirt, Costco t-shirt. So anything could happen.
I couldn't believe it. I wore it all day.
By the way, let me ask you guys this in the comments for when we get to that point. What's your most disappointing Christmas present you ever got?
But don't label like it wasn't disappointing.
I know it wasn't for you. I'm just asking like for you guys, what's your most disappointing Christmas present?
Okay, it was disappointing. But it is, hey, life's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Sometimes we're shit, sometimes it's not. What was that guy? Sometimes it's a shit, and sometimes it's not.
I don't know.
I think it was a coach because they were like, "Hey, are you guys good?" She's like, "I don't know. Sometimes we're a shit, and sometimes we're not." I
don't have a most disappointing one. I have a most awkward one though. When I lived with a girl for a couple of years, and we went to visit her grandparents for the first time, and they were the sweetest people. But the mom comes up to me and she goes, "Honey, you don't have a jacket on. I got the perfect Christmas present for you." And she pulls out this gigantic, like Indian just concoction of a jacket. And she's like, "I think you should have this." And I'm like, no. And she's like, "No, this is my Christmas present to you." She's like, "Put it on." And I was like, "No." She's like, "Put it on." And I was like, "Okay." She made me put this thing. It was a woman's jacket, dude. It was a woman's jacket. And it went all the way down to the ground. And it had like all this shit on it. And she made me put it on. And she's like, "Walk around." I was like, "No, you're kidding me." She's like, "Walk around, spin around." I was like, so in front of the whole family that I just met, I had to wear this woman's jacket and like be like, "Yeah, it's very nice." And they're all laughing and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the worst.
Mom bought me like it wasn't a jacket. I don't know what it was. It was like a shirt or something, and it was a fucking girl shirt, dude. It was straight up a girl shirt, and she gave it to me. And she's like, "Oh, Dad, you wear this tomorrow to school." I'm like, "Mom, I'm not wearing this. This is a girl shirt." And she's like, "Oh, come off of it. That's for boys and girls." I'm like, "It's not, Mom. You went to a fucking." And she's like, "You come off of it." And she's like, "When you get older, you have your own money that you buy your clothes. You can wear what you want. But right now you're wearing that tomorrow." And I'm like, "Fucking shit." And you know what happened? I wore that shit and I went home early from school because I said I pooped my pants. I did, but I told the teacher up there, I was like, "I pooped my pants. I got to go home early." I only did that because people were making fun of me because they knew it was a girl. Because I was like, "Where'd you get that shit from?" It's a kabuto. I'll start lying. It's an ancient. It's Japanese. I got it in Japan. It was so bad, dude. That was also what
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, it's fine.
Michael Parton said, "Making a top 10 list is hard, but for me, looking at hot dudes makes it harder." There's a lot of hot dudes in our top 10s. That's why we picked
a lot of hot dudes. Good looking hot dudes.
That way, Mike. Sean Higginbotham. Thanks, buddies. His clear his throat. Signaling the fanfare. Channeling Randy Quaid. "Hello, boys. I'm back. Never make the live streams anymore. Give me that wham." Welcome back, Sean Higginbotham.
Hey, Sean. Nice to see you.
And face. And I like that.
Taking it to the aliens hole, huh? Independence Day reference. We like it. That's how you come in.
Give it to them the way they deserve it. Those fucking drones. Sean also says, "Hey, boys, personal question. Have you ever seen The Final?" Never even heard of it.
That sounds familiar.
I took it.
Or maybe well, is that the one? No, that's I don't know if it's the exam. What's the one where they were all in a room together?
You're thinking of The Exam.
That's a fucking badass movie. Okay, so I haven't seen it then.
I never even heard of the final. I apologize, Sean. You're a wonderful person, and Merry Christmas to you as well, good sir. Merry Christmas to you indeed.
Hey,
I
Merry
hope you have a
Christmas,
wonderful.
dude.
I hope you get all the supply surplus superstore T-shirts that your little heart can handle.
Hey, you know what? Kirkland's got a really good deal on T-shirt or shirts going on at Costco. You should check that out. Check that out.
Joe Valentine says, I lost my mom to bone cancer 5 years. I apologize for, by the way, starting that like I was announcing a fucking fight, especially after I started to read it. I apologize. I lost my mom to bone cancer 5 years ago today. Found you guys afterwards, and you helped me through a very difficult time. Thank you so much for everything you do, fellas. Cheers.
Hey, man,
and
thanks,
cheers.
Joe. Thanks, Joe.
Cheers to
Sorry
you,
about your mom, dude, but thank you for being here, dude.
Absolutely, man. And you have no idea. You guys have helped us through all of our hardships just the same. So thank you. Thank you, man. Sean Hickenbotham also says, I used to know a Jay Jones, but he was a juggalo. You probably knew Jay back in the day. That's when I met him. He had the whole fucking face paint on. He was fingering fat chicks. It was crazy.
I would rather set myself on fire and like let myself burn for an eternity than ever be associated with those fucking Cheeto smelling butt crackles. Butt crackles.
You probably met one of his little brothers. He was the juggalo back in the day.
Show. Like deep into that shit. Deep into that shit.
He came to one of our band practices. He was like, sometimes I just like the taste of blood. And I don't
Oh my god, dude. Get a fucking girlfriend. Holy shit. I felt like the dad in
I was like,
Halloween,
we're not that kind of metal.
I felt like the dad in Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween's like, he's probably queer up there cutting off goddamn penises and looking at them and trying to start a band with a bunch of other queers. I ain't gonna have it in my home, you fucking queer.
Donald. By the way, for those of you who don't know, that is a Rob Zombie Halloween.
It's it's not. He doesn't say that exact thing, but Ronnie is an asshole that talks like that.
I would say don't cancel Jay, but we live in a world where Chris Brown is selling out stadiums, so I don't think any of us have to worry about cancel anymore. In Ireland,
you better be glad that I don't touch our Twitter because I'd say, "Come cancel me, bitch. Come try. Come on."
They tried canceling me again this week. By the way,
good. I was like, dude, I'd love it. I'd like eat their fucking tears. I was like,
I finally made one of them so bad. He was like, "You're a fat loser."
He's like, "Yeah, right. Nuh-uh. Your mom didn't think my dick was a fat loser. She sucked it all clean, you dirty whore."
It was fucking. I was like, "Wow." In Ireland, it's on the news about the drones, and the FBI is saying they don't know anything about them, but apparently they are not a threat. Just shot it. They just shot it. Yeah. Well, Ireland
got force fields around them goddamn things, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is that right now our current administration, and this is not a political statement. I'm just saying. When these things are fucking doing what they're doing and we're too fucking scared to do anything about it, it makes us look like ballless freaks. And it's embarrassing. And right now I'm pretty embarrassed about our government. I'll say that regardless of who the fuck is in office. This shit's sad and embarrassing. Aliens on VHS says, poster says, look up. My Willie said, dude, look down.
For show. I mean, why are you looking up? There's always a big party going on downstairs.
The Slender Man's like, look upon.
Look upon me works in Trimble. Look upon me works in Trimble. With me magic wand. Harry Potter eat you hot out.
Aliens on VHS says, poster says, oh, I just fucking read that. What's wrong with me? I'm dying. While Willie says, Hard Eyes and The Monkey looks solid horror. I agree, dude. Those are two original movies that I think look fucking awesome. Awesome. Take it or leave it says, fellas, heard of this. It's about three excommunicated priests who punish their demons. They punish them demons. It's Constantine, When Evil Lurks, and Wanted. You'll love it. Well, I don't like Wanted.
That sounds awesome. Actually, I'll take it. I won't leave it. I'll take it.
I like it when priests punish.
But it also sounds awesome when you can't even pronounce the name of the fucking movie. I bet it's going to be great.
Have you guys ever heard of I Could Make It Great? You guys heard of A Think a Bit?
You guys ever heard of that movie called McClick? What? It's a great movie.
Just kidding. Sean, any other cons in your near future? Georgia, beer's on me. Well, in that case, we're on our way tomorrow.
Going down to Atlanta. Let's get crazy. I want to go see where they shot Real Housewives of Atlanta. Take me on the sightseeing tour.
We're thinking about doing possibly maybe Might show up at the Whorehound in Cincinnati, something like that. We'll never go to Scarefest again. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, we're thinking about doing some. George is a little bit far, but I do like George. It's a wonderful place. Michael Parton says, I'm excited for Lost Records, Bloom, and Rage from Don't Nod because I'm a huge fan of Life is Strange games.
Oh,
Michael,
yeah.
what the fuck you just said?
Life is Strange is a video game series where it's dependent on your choices that you make throughout the game. The story changes. That's it.
Vinny C says, I'm just kidding, Michael. Vinny, it's good to see you, buddy. He says, found out that the new Green Lantern Nathan Fillion plays in Superman is a male fist florist.
He's
on
a
the side.
Yes,
He's a guy
of...
gardener.
Woo, Vinny coming in hot as always and just pulling out and taking the pants down with his comedy act. I love it, Vinny. I've missed you, dude.
Filthy whore. You filthy whore. Sean Higginbotham. H2O to me is 6 to you guys. It sucks. I know, but that's fair. No, a lot of people love H2O in a deep, deep, dark way.
I think H2O could have been. Well, dude, that was the H2O was such a weird movie because obviously they were copying Scream, and I Know What You Did Last Summer with the aesthetic of the movie, and then the thing over the mask and the fact that they had to reshoot it because it was awful with a digitized version of it. It could have been great. I'm not saying, it's not even a bad movie. It just feels like it just feels like an offshoot of Scream to me.
Yeah,
but every movie was trying to be Scream back then.
Yeah, not a great Michael Myers. Nothing against the guy that played him. It never worked. David Nangle the third. Good to see you, buddy. He says, can you please both rank these pandemic releases? Invisible Man, The Little Things, Never Hike in the Snow, Halloween Kills, Suicide Squad, The Way Back, Candyman, Scream, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022, Spider-Man No Way Home, Wrong Turn, and Snyder Cut. Listen, dude, you just brought back so much nostalgia into my asshole because that was a time where like looking for releases was like, it was weird. Like when you got something, you glommed onto it and you were like, I need this to be fucking amazing because I ain't got nothing else to live for. I just wiped down my groceries and ate B-dubs carry out go for the 6th time this week.
Do it. Be a man.
I just got busy.
Yeah, you want to rank them?
I can do it real fast if you want me to. I can do it real fast.
Go ahead. I got to go pee, so you rank them. I'll be right back.
All right. The best movie on that list is definitely going to be man, The Way Back was great. It's actually tough. There's some good movies in that list, dude. There's some good movies in that fucking list. The best film on that list, I think, is The Way Back. I'll go the Snyder Cut. I'll go Scream. I'll go TCM 2022. I'll go. I'll throw some love to our friends at Womp Stomp. Never Hike in the Snow. It was great. They did a great job with it. I'll go Spider-Man. I'll go Invisible Man. I'll go Wrong Turn. I'll go Spider-Man. I'll go Invisible Man, Halloween Kills, Wrong Turn. Finally, I will go The Little Things and Suicide Squad. Little Things specifically reminds me of that time because it was weird to get big movie releases sent to us as screeners because we never get them because we're in Kentucky. They never have screeners. So one of the only good things about COVID was we would get screeners for those big movies sent to us before they came out for once, which was cool. You could turn that list a lot of ways. There's actually there's some really above average films in that list. It's a solid fucking list, David. That's a great question, dude. One day there should be a video about that, just ranking all those. I think that would be interesting. What a fucking fascinating question, bro. Robin Barker, have company here for Christmas, so I won't be able to be as present for streams as I usually am for the next few weeks. But I got to show Williams some love. Have a great stream, guys. Hey, appreciate you, Robin. Thank you, friend. And also, we're not going to be streaming that much over the holidays either. I mean, we're going to be here on Thursday. A lot of our usual streaming dates come on Christmas Eve and on New Year's Eve, which is my wife's birthday. So we'll be out doing stuff for that. So we will be a little less present as well. We're going to fit some in, though. We're going to have a Patreon stream, stuff like that. So we will be around, but it's going to be a little, everybody's got a lot of shit going on. It's going to be all right. It's going to be okay, Steven.
Hey, thanks, Robin. Batman called. He still doesn't need you.
Frankenstein Studio, his top 10, Fear Street. They follow. By the way, so they follow. It's not officially listed. It doesn't have a release date yet, but I think we all do expect it to be. Yeah. Thanksgiving too. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Silent Night, Deadly Night. So I don't here's the thing. Mike Nelson, a friend of the channel, Mike Nelson's directing that. Super exciting. I don't know if we'll see it in 2025. It's not currently listed, but it's a great pool. Wolf Creek 3, Predator Anthology, Predator Badlands. Of course, the anthology part is just, I think it's going to be like an animated film. It's like a surprise film, so we don't know what that holds. Final Destination, and Jay and Silent Bob. I don't know of any Jay. I think you're lying, Frankenstein.
No, I think I heard something about that, but I didn't know if it was coming out in 2025. That's pretty cool. That's a great list. Badass list. Better than mine. I don't like you, Frankenstein Studio.
Well, I mean, if you're the king of wishful thinking, it's a wonderful list, all right? Fuck you, Frankenstein. I'm just kidding, buddy.
King of wishful thinking.
It's a great song, though.
It is a great
song.
Right
up there with I'm on a high, I hear you waiting, I'm on
what the
electric
fuck?
blue. I don't know the words.
Electric Blue.
Jay and I used to fuck up Halo Reach to that song.
Dude, like, you know what? There's nothing better than that song going with like explosions and death all around you and talking trash to people in lobbies. I mean, it's Electric Blue. Come on, guys.
Dude,
Ice House.
It was
Ice House.
Me and Jay would be in ex-slut's house up in our little game room, and she'd be downstairs just complaining about stuff, drunk off Franzia. And we'd be upstairs playing Halo at like 5 a.m. I'd be fucking 4 Adderalls deep, and I'd be like, Jay, hit me with it. And he knew what I meant. He would just slap
Are
it
you
on.
hiding somewhere behind those eyes? Hey, by the way, if you ever watch the music video of that dude is trying his best to be David Bowie. It's insanely like cringy, but I love it.
I'd never heard that song in my fucking life. And the minute I heard it playing Halo, I needed it every night.
And dude, there's a guy on there like a little, like one of those keytards. You remember like back in the, is that what they were called? Guitar,
Keytar. No,
well, people that played them were keytards because they were all about they're all about that music. No, there was a guy that was playing, dude, that was rocking out. Dude, back in the 80s, everybody's having a good fucking time. They were on top of a rooftop for no reason, stalking this girl, singing about her. It was great.
Give me 2 seconds. I need to get a drink. In the meantime, Field of Screams has a question.
Oh, okay. Field of Scream, thank you so much, says, fellows, if you had to create a new Halloween film that pisses off at least 80% of the Halloween fan base, what direction are you taking the franchise? I would just do the Laurie Strode story over again. That's all I would do. I would do the whole thing. I would do it. Laurie Strode is related to him. Michael's tracking down his sister. That's it. I would, you know what? And you think it wouldn't piss off 80% of the fans? It would. I think most people are tired of that. I think that we've all kind of like got over the whole Laurie Strode story. And I think that at this point, everybody's kind of just burned out on the, yeah, I would do that. I would cast Jamie Lee Curtis again to come back as Laurie Strode and again have a battle between them. And people are like, oh shit.
Think anything would piss me off more than what you just said. So I'm just
I know, but people are going to say that's not going to piss off 80% of the fan base, but I would guarantee that I would say I think the majority of fans are tired of that storyline. They're tired of seeing Jamie Lee Curtis. They're tired of all of that. They want to see something else. They want to see something new. They want to see something spicy, spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah, so I think that I would do that if I wanted to piss off the fan base. But
that's a perfect answer. JK says, Scream or Terminator 2? One has to go forever.
Terminator 2 is the greatest of all time. Scream, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here forever. That's more fun. If you pick Scream, dude, you take it up the butt every night.
It's Scream.
Oh, my God.
And that's what I want to take with me.
He screams when his boyfriend puts it up there every single night. Every night he loves it.
I don't want to do it. But
you're telling me you would get rid of T2.
I will, because that Terminator.
What?
Terminator is fucking awesome. It's a great film. I only need Terminator. I'll live without.
You can get rid of it. I don't believe you.
No, Scream saved Tor. Shut the fuck up. Michael Parton says, I shouldn't say it needs to be better than Man of Steel, but it needs to be better than Superman 78.
Well,
I don't know.
It's actually funny that you said that because we were in a group chat. Mike, Cody, and my brother and I were in a group chat, and I think the same thing. This movie has to be mega for them to move forward with the ideas that this studio has. Like it has to outperform Man of Steel, which, by the way, Man of Steel did pretty well. Not great, but it did pretty well. But I think you're right. I think it's got to be massive for them to move forward with all the projects they want to do and to completely reboot the DCEU, because otherwise it's fucked. If this movie bombs, Warner Brothers is either they're going to just give up for a while on doing anything related to like a shared universe with their heroes and just focus in on which maybe just focus in on like solo movies, like story, like they're doing with the Batman, with the Matt Reeves stuff. They might just start focusing in on that because they know it makes money, which isn't a bad thing, because you imagine it is a bad thing, but it's not. Because imagine this, if you got one-offs where it was like Superman Red Sun, like these one, like you know how they do those animated like that are standalone films, dude, that's kind of fucking sick. It's kind of dope. It's kind of fuck you, Marvel. See, we are better than you because we don't have to have interconnected multiversal story weirdo shit. But at the same time, I do like the idea of a Justice League and then doing all this stuff. But I agree with you. I think it needs to be in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, and it just, I mean, it's impossible. That's actually an impossible thing to quantify. Suffocated kumquat, perhaps. But no, I think that because so many people love Man of Steel and so many people hate Man of Steel, so there's really nowhere to put it. And 78 happened so long ago. I don't really know where it needs to land, but like Jay said, it does need to make money for sure. I think I have a feeling though that this might be a movie that just fucking, it might be the Superman film that everyone loves, and unfairly, if it is that, everyone's going to take that as an opportunity to dump on Snyder, which is not going to be fair, because Man of Steel is an underrated movie that 20 years from now people will come back around to. I feel like same as BVS. Yeah, it's fascinating.
I think also if you look at I feel like what Superman's got to be, it's got to be the equivalent of what Iron Man was for Marvel. Like it's got to have that much, it's got to have that kind of universal praise for it to be considered like a mega hit. And if they can do that, then I think the future's bright for them. If they don't do that, and if it fails to perform, if it does like some mediocre shit like Superman Returns, they're in some big duty. But
I'll say this, I fucking love what James Gunn said today, and he said that it's not meant to create a universe, it's not meant for tie-ins, it doesn't lead into anything, quote unquote, fuck it. And that is exactly the way you should go into making a movie in 2020.
Well, it depends on, because Warner Brother is notoriously fucking stupid. They are absolutely fucking stupid. So they have a tendency to step on their toes and screw things up. So it depends, and hopefully they've let James Gunn just kind of do his thing and not interfered too much with it. It's like, you got to put this in there, you got to do this in there. If they've done that, then it'll be a hit. If they haven't, you're going to see it.
Find out on Thursday at 9 a.m. during our live stream. See what I did there? That was fucking hot. What I did there. Hire me for the news. By the way, can I tell you something?
What?
This is going to seem weird on this channel, but I just want to recommend something to people real quick. And I know we're all sick of politics and we're all sick of the habdashery that goes on with it. I've been watching a channel called News Nation lately to get my news. And it's like their whole idea is like they're non-biased. So you got some Republicans on there, you got some hardcore Democrats on there. It's a mix. And I found it fucking refreshing. Anyways, Frankenstein Studio says,
Tommy, I'll stick with Fox News. You can go to live in China.
Frankenstein Studio says my top 10 hot takes / least anticipated movies of 2025 in no particular order. Hey, that's a really interesting list that we could do at some point. Hot takes least anticipated movies are Superman, Fantastic Four, Captain America. I agree with you a little bit on that one. Thunderbolts, agree with you a lot on that one.
Yep.
Jurassic World, agree with you a lot on that one. Karate Kid, Five Nights at Freddy's, agree with you a lot on that one. Conjuring, agree with you on that one. Black Phone 2, agree with you a lot on that one. Nobody 2, I disagree. I think that one's going to be fun.
Well, you know what? I can understand the fatigue on a lot of the Marvel stuff, because I mean, other than the Fantastic Four, and the real reason why I want to see it is, honest to God, like I mentioned, I just want to see if they can resurrect that franchise in a good way. And I want to see Galactus, and I want to see if it leads into a Silver Surfer thing. But other than that, Captain America looks like dog shit. According to them, the test audience were like disappointed with that, and they had to reshoot a lot of stuff, and it still looks bad. Thunderbolts, I don't give a fuck. It's not based on it. Like, it's so far removed from what the actual comic book was. The comic book was awesome. The comic book of Thunderbolts was like actually really cool. It was actually I think it was the Masters of Evil in disguise, pretending. I mean, they were all villains, and they're kind of doing that with Thunderbolts, but not in the same way. Anyway, it'd probably be dog shit. Jurassic World, I'm tired of Jurassic Park. I'm burnt out. I love them kind of, but I'm not really into it. Like the last Jurassic Park movie, like everyone phoned it in. It was awful. I didn't like it at all. Karate Kid, I mean, I think it looks cool just because it's going back to the roots of Karate Kid. Five Nights at Freddy, I didn't give a shit about the first one. I'm not a fan of the games, really, because I don't really play them, so it's not my thing. Conjuring, I like it just to turn off your head and watch. Black Phone, don't care. Nobody, I don't know what that is. I'm a nobody. I don't know what that is.
Frankenstein. You should watch Nobody. By the way, it's Better Call Saul as John Wick. Basically, it's pretty good. Like you would like it if you watched it. I guarantee you. Frankenstein Studio says, "Did you guys?" I'm sure he meant guys. He said gays, but the U is really close to the A on the keyboard. Everyone knows that.
A fellow Fox News watcher, eh? I can smell my own.
Did you guys see the Arnie and Alan Rich and Santa movie? I did not. I saw some behind the scenes stuff. I'm sick of Santa movies, but I love Arnold Schwarzenegger and I love Alan Richardson, so that's enough to get me in alone.
I'm sorry, Frankenstein Studio. I've been blown away by Red One. That's available on Amazon Prime right now. It's amazing. It's the only Santa Claus movie I need.
Nighttime said, "Knock knock, Chalice Loomis. It's Ken Kniff."
Knock knock, nighttime. No one gives a shit.
Ken Kniff who from Connecticut? Automatic.
I don't. You can take you. You know what? Nighttime. Go get it. You know, there's somewhere a security job needs to have someone in it. Go there. What time is it? It's late.
3. Daniel Torres, Jay, can Pam Voorhees tell us what she got poor little Jason for Christmas? Yeah, I want to make you big for this one.
I was trying to think of what my poor Jason would need while he was out there hunting those bastards that killed me and left him to die. So I searched long and hard, and with all the loving and care and grace of a mother to give her only son, I gave Jason.
It's Sean Connery's birthday.
Sean Connery's birthday. I gave Jason the one gift that I knew would keep him warm, and he would look snazzy. A Kirkland button-up shirt from Costco. That's what I gave him, my Jason. And I got a good deal, too. 20% off, because I used to work there. Thank you.
If she watches this, it's over.
Good news is she definitely won't.
He's like, why'd you guys file divorce? Like, she got mad because I didn't like her Kirkland shirt. I mean,
take my odds, but not the shit. Nighttime says, Loomis, I got a bone to pick in you, mister. In you, mister.
You need to go see a therapist for your homosexual tendencies. Oh my God. Nighttime. Take off that mask and get a job.
Pray away the gay. Be a man. That sounds scary. Says Loomis, apologize to my roommate Aaron. I'm Kyle. Tell him I'm sorry and ask for forgiveness. What'd you do?
I don't even know what you need to put down the hashish pipe when you ask questions. It doesn't even make sense what you just said to me. I will say, Kyle says he's sorry, Aaron, that you're a piece of shit friend. And he doesn't ask for your forgiveness. He says, get out of my face in life forever. Better? Go away.
Nighttime said the Doors 1991 movie with Val Kilmer, directed by Oliver Stone, is so underrated, like Tarantino-esque.
What is it?
I never saw it.
The Doors. Yeah, it was all right.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
But Val Kilmer did look like Jim Morrison, like it dead on him.
So somehow one of the most overrated rock stars in the history of rock stars.
Guy
had like two good songs.
It. Yeah, I never really got it. I guess it was like, yeah, but you can get like fucking stoned and like the words mean more. I was like, you got to get fucked up to really like their music. I don't know what that says about you.
All I can say about Jim Morrison is the first time that I did mushrooms, I sat in a girl's bed and she had a giant Jim Morrison poster on the wall. And it was the classic Jim Morrison poster where it's just like his face shirtless, which is like the most, like he's trying to be all edgy, but it's like the most fucking O-Town fucking poster in the world. And like, I looked at it and I'm staring at him and all of a sudden it grew Jesus horns and it started bleeding. And I was like, fuck. But I read a book about like the history of punk rock and stuff like that, which I don't think the Doors are. But they said that guy was a fucking dick, dude. Like he would go to bars.
Well, it's because he wanted to be a poet.
Yeah, and he didn't know it. But he would go to a bar and order like 7 Jack and Cokes or whatever, and just like put a line of Coke and just like sniff it up, and then he would just take off his pants, and some girl would come up and like blow him while he was like doing it. And it was like apparently the guy was a huge dick, and just like talk about like overinflated egos. My God.
Yeah, I'll take the version of Wayne's World too. Just follow the half-naked Indian dude.
Oh shit! No, I'm sorry. That wasn't Jim Morrison. That was Jay when we used to go karaoke bars all the time. My apologies.
It happens. You know what? You get wild. You get wild on that Michelob.
Crazy Saint said something, motherfuckers. Excited for Return of the Living Dead?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, the trailer was top quality. Top quality. Brought back Tarman and all that. But when you look at who directed it, it'll make you think twice. Before you touch my girl, come around and make you feel the burn. Think twice before you touch my girl. Come around, no more.
Come twice.
Come suffocated, come quads. Do you remember that, by the way, in Dodgeball, when Vince Vaughn goes to confront Ben Stiller, and he shows up at his thing, and he's in there doing the like, you came for the show, and then he's like, oh, I didn't see you there. He's like, suffocated kumquat. He's like, no thanks, I'm full, I had lunch.
No, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember it though, but
it's so good. Take it or leave it. Says Deus irae, you fucks. LOL, but seriously, tagline, I want to send a message to hell that we are not afraid to become something worse than them. Oh, that was the name of the movie. Deus irae. Deus irae. That's stupid. That sounds like a French gay film.
Yeah, when I got to pull out a fucking thesaurus to fucking pronunciate your movie, I don't care.
And I love gay films.
But that is a cool tagline, though.
When they come to hell, we'll suck their wieners.
Yep, that's what you'll be doing.
That's the name of Jay and I's fan film. It's called Halloween Dark Times.
When Mike goes to hell, he'll be sucking Jim Morrison's dick after he like takes his pants off.
That'll be my penance. And then he'll literally light me on fire while singing, come on, baby, light my fire.
Yeah, you know what? I know people it's to say, you know what? Here's another hot take. I think Pink Floyd's overrated. I do too. I never really it's the thing. I know that people love that band and that I understand, but I don't get it, dude. You gotta be a fucking stoner on like shrooms or something to really get it. I don't know. I just think it's boring and it's like weird and it's like it makes me depressed. And maybe that's the point. You just gotta be depressed and fucking unhappy to really enjoy that shit. I just don't know. Imagine like, you know, I wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, I gotta go to work today. I'm gonna pop in some Pink Floyd and really get ready for the day. I was like, you're gonna fucking slit your wrist by the noon o'clock.
I'm with you on that, by the way. I'm totally with you on that. Every talent show I ever had to sit through in high school, it was always some fucking puka shell necklace sweater, union-based sweater wearing fuck who sold me weed once in the bathroom playing fucking wish you were whatever. Hey, it's really nice to meet you. Like on stage.
I like a couple of their songs, but yeah, overall, I thought they had really cool cover art, and that was about it.
Do you remember a time? I won't name names, but there was a point where Jay and I were like 16, 17, and a grown-ass adult had us in their living room, and he turned off the lights, and he turned on Pink Floyd, and he gave us each questionable pills, and he was like, take this, and he was like, just listen to this song. Yes. And he played like 3 Pink Floyd songs, and we sat there in the darkness with candles lit with this grown fucking man, and we were like, wow, we didn't feel shit.
I was like, I was like, so this is what it feels like to be an initiate into the Satanic Church. Like you're just like,
do you remember that though?
Yeah, I do. I remember it. And I was like, I like it was weird. Like I felt like I was in there for an eternity, and I walked out, and only 10 minutes had happened. I was like, wow.
Yeah, dude. In my head, it was like in West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Yeah, well, it felt like like that underground scene, the Halloween 6 opens, where it's like all those fucking people in cloaks and shit. That's what it felt like. Like, oh, I was like, oh my god.
I was excited. I was like, this is gonna be fucking awesome. But then I didn't feel shit. I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah,
this band sucks, and this apartment sucks too.
Yeah, you couldn't say it sucked because you don't know. The guy was kind of unstable, so you don't know what he'd do. So what you fucking say? Like nothing.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, man, this is really great. This is good stuff.
Yeah, I was like, I was in it for the free drug that you gave us. That's really cool.
When do you tell that?
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that thing in Grandma's Boy. It's like, oh, not fucking Dante. That guy's weird. It's like, yeah, I got to get my weed from somebody.
Yeah, when you tell that story, it makes it sound like we were going to get diddled or something. But
no, it wasn't like that.
We were in trustworthy hands, but I mean, I guess not that trustworthy considering they were giving pills to 16-year-olds. But like, we knew he wasn't going to try to butt fuck us or anything. So
yeah, well,
at least that.
Well, thank God. Small silver lining in an otherwise depressing day.
Yeah, I was like, I guess I'm gonna go home. It's like, all right, man.
Obviously, I'm not gonna butt fuck these kids. I'm just gonna get them stoned.
What a weird day. What a weird day.
I got a weird day. All right,
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Okay. I just sat here and feel not dead air. Anyway, we're live and I can talk to you guys. Dante Pilato says, I wasn't even supposed to be here today. Oh, yeah, you are Dante. I'm hit from Grandma's Boy, Dante. Hi, D-Land. Hi, Action. Have a good pee. Yeah, he will. He was going to be a good pee. Hey, Merry Christmas, Brian. Brian Perry. What up, LJ? What up? What up? Aztec Aguilera says Captain America Civil War and Endgame are overrated. Woo! Talking about bringing the heats. I will say Civil War, I could maybe give you that a little bit. I think it really got a lot of hype for the fact that Spider-Man was being brought into the universe, and it was obviously really cool, the Iron Man fight scene. But as far as like being like a spectacular movie, no, I don't think it was any of that. I thought Endgame was great, but what's up, Brandon? Corso Tarvin, I can't click your name to show it up on the screen, dude, but thank you so much. Says, did you guys like anything from this last phase of Marvel? I personally like Moon Knight and Loki. Christopher Nolan for Old Republic trilogy. I would be down for that. I think that would be amazing. Abso-fuckity-lootly. Let's get that to happen immediately. I don't want to hear anything but yes. And as far as like the last phase, I think I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little gassy, burpy. Moon Knight was all right. I feel like it could have been better, but it wasn't bad. Loki was all right too. I don't know if there was anything that came out of the last phase that I was like, man, that was great. I'll tell you one that did surprise me quite a bit, and I guess it was that the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was extremely good. It was really good. It was better than it had any right to be, and it actually made me cry because it was a rocket movie and it was really good. But that's about it. I don't think anything that Marvel's done in Phase 3 has been worth a toot. Not a toot. I don't think. I think that's why they're tapping the well, as it were, once again. I think that's why they're going back to Robert Downey Jr. Now there's rumors that Chris Evans is coming back. I think Marvel put all their eggs in a basket with this bullshit with the idea of that they can do no wrong and people are going to go buy their tickets no matter how shitty the writing is. And they failed. And it's clear. That's my opinion. But X-Men 97, yes, that's a great. X-Men 97 is good. Matt Roberts also says Thunderbolts played. Thank you, by the way. Matt says Thunderbolts played a Toadies song, Possum Kingdom, in the trailer, and that marketing worked on me and got me excited. You know what? It's weird. I'm really not interested to see the Thunderbolts, but there are parts of it that I'm like, it could be good, but I don't know, man. I generally don't care enough about those characters. I think U.S. Agent, I like Wyatt Russell. I think he does a fantastic job. But I feel like he's going to be like sidelined and he's not going to really have much of screen time. So unfortunate. Mind the Gap says Deadpool Wolverine. Yeah, but I will agree with you. But Deadpool Wolverine, does that count as a Phase 3 Marvel movie, though? For show? I don't know, because it feels like it's not, but it could be. Adam Cochran says, I'm finally back. Keep losing connection. Welcome to my world, dude. Welcome to my world. Flux capacitor. Fluxing. Frankenstein Studio says the only good MCU stuff post Endgame has been most of WandaVision, first and last episode of season 1 of Loki, both holiday specials, and obviously Deadpool, Wolverine, and X-Men 97, if that counts. That's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with you in a lot of it, but I don't think Deadpool, Wolverine was a part of Marvel's phase. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like its own thing. It was a huge movie and it was awesome, but I don't think it counts as Marvel's big thing or their phase.
That's fair. That's fair. No, actually, I didn't have Taco Bell. I have Taco Bell. I hurt my fucking back, so sitting down hurts. So every time I sit down, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, Mike, you did walk back to the chair like you were turtling, like you had a little turtle sticking out. You're like, oh, a little turtle. Fucking,
I feel like someone.
But yeah, I answered. There was a new super chat that just came in, but I answered. Jacob is the newest one, but I answered the other two, and someone asked. I think I can't see it now, but no, wait, I did see it. Corso asked, did you guys like anything from this last phase of Marvel? I personally like Moon Knight and Loki, and then asked if Christopher Nolan for the Old Republic trilogy. I think that would be fucking amazing if they got Christopher Nolan to come to do that. But I haven't really liked anything except for, I don't count Deadpool Wolverine because I don't think it was a part of their phase. But I will say, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was actually really good. It made me fucking cry.
I thought it was good. Yeah, I thought Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good, but yeah, most of it, dude, like almost none of it was. I didn't even finish Moon Knight. It was fine. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a little bit more interesting than what Marvel's been doing lately. But yeah, no, I just think they completely shit the bed with this last phase, completely, like utterly.
Well, that's why they're going back and tapping the well.
Yeah, but Christopher Nolan for Old Republic, hell yeah. I don't want any more Star Wars, to be honest with you. I'd rather Christopher Nolan do original stuff or tie himself to a way more interesting franchise at this point. But if anyone's going to bring back Star Wars and you got Christopher Nolan, we're fucking.
You know what I would do? I would have
Let's
Christopher
go.
Nolan direct a trilogy, and then I would have Keanu Reeves as the main guy in it, and set it
That'd be so
1,000 years before A New Hope.
That'd be so fucking hot, dude. I would love that shit. I would love it. Did you already read Matt Roberts?
Yeah, I read all that. Yeah, the newest one that came in was Jacob.
I'm actually gonna watch that just because it has a Toady song in it. I did not know that. Otherwise, I had no interest. Jacob, whose new song is a fucking banger, says sending love, seeing Sonic 3 on Friday with the homies. Super pumped. Love y'all. Love you too, man. That's awesome, man. Dude, I don't even like Sonic. Like, it's not that I don't like Sonic. Like, I love Robotnik. I love Jim Carrey. I love the way you make them. But it's not a franchise I get excited about. But like, if I had a group of grown men who were pumped about a Sonic movie, I feel like that would be like infectious. A really fun night. Yeah, it's infectious. Like, I think that, like, if I had like 4 friends who were like, dude, I'm so pumped for the Sonic movie, I'd be like, you know what? I just got pumped for the fucking Sonic movie too. You know?
Me too.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go get some red sneakers and go around with it too. It's gonna be awesome. Sonic. By the way, I'll be right back. I gotta go pee.
Okay. I am not cursed gonna watch the MJ biopic. I'll bet you that Jay does because Jay's a fan of Michael Jackson. I'm not. I'm not. I think dude's weird, and this is gonna make a lot of people not like me, but a lot of people don't like me, and that's okay. Not everyone's gonna love you, but I'm not a Michael Jackson dude. Guy creeps me the fuck out. I think if you have that many weird interactions with children, whether you did anything or not, you're kind of fucking weird in my eyes. So I just feel like your whole Neverland Ranch thing. I watched a documentary about him back in the day, and he has like a picture of him surrounded by naked baby angels, and like you have Neverland Ranch, and there's all those questions. And I'm like, if I'm accused of touching little boys, I'm probably not going to jump on top of a car in front of the press and grab my dick. It's just a thing I wouldn't do. Talented, yes. Weird as fuck, even more so. The only thing that supersedes his talent is his fucking creepiness. And that's just my opinion on Michael Jackson. I know a lot of people don't feel that way. But yeah, maybe just stop doing weird fucking shit. It's like in Liar Liar when that guy calls and he can't lie to him. So he picks up the phone and he's like, quit breaking the law, asshole. It's like, just stop being a fucking weirdo. That's how I feel about Michael Jackson. But I know that's unpopular. I just don't like people who have questionable relationships with children. That's just me. It's just me. Eric Hass says, I'm broke, but Merry Costco Christmas to you too. Hey, you take that $2.99 and you stick it right back in your wallet, because that's where it deserves to be, because you're a kind person. We appreciate you. And I hope you have an amazing Costco Christmas as well. That's going to go to Jay's next Costco shirt. Oh, God. Travis, I get it. Michael Jackson, I'm sure he did a lot of wonderful things. A lot of really rich people did a lot of amazing, wonderful things. That you can be creepy as fuck towards kids and still do nice things for kids. I'm pretty sure those things go hand in hand way more often than they should, But again, that's fine. I know it's alleged stuff, so I don't judge at all. I've got great friends who are huge fans of Michael Jackson. It's just a personal thing. Check out. Thanks for checking it out. It's my favorite off the album. Dude, it's hot shit. It's fucking hot shit. I meant to email you back about it. You keep going, man. You guys keep doing what you're doing. I fucking love it. Dude, Ryan, I'm so stoked for Happy Gilmore 2. I think it could be great. And you know what's weird? Is they were doing all these Happy Madison production films, and I just wrote them off as like generic, whatever, Netflix bullshit, trash. And I never watched them. And in my old age, I'm going back, and we watched the other night, Kate and I watched Just Go With It for the first time. Dude, fucking funny as shit. Hilarious. Dumb fucking plot. Absolutely asinine, dumbest shit you'll ever watch in your life. But man, I laughed my ass off and had a really good time with it. I think some of those happy. Yeah, that's the one with him and Jennifer Aniston. But the Wrong Daisy or whatever the fuck it's called. I think a lot of what Adam Sandler's done recently with his Netflix movies has been fucking unrelentingly unfairly treated. I think it's got some of the same comedy we used to get back in the day. So I think Happy Gilmore 2 is going to rock shit. I really do.
Yeah, I hope it's great. The thing about Happy Gilmore 2, though, is like, it just feels like those, like, they can't get away with what they used to get away with back in the day when they made those movies. Like, it's the same thing with Dumb and Dumber, the sequel, and they did like Super Troopers 2. It was tame and it was mid. Actually, Super Troopers 2 just fucking blew. I hated that movie, dude. I think that was an awful movie, and they had to do I didn't hate it, but it was
not great.
And then Dumb and Dumber 2 was another. It was a mid-tier. It maybe, I don't know. I hope it's good, but I don't know.
Someone asked if you're going to watch the new Michael Jackson biopic.
Yes. You know what? I don't know. Whatever happened to that Hulk Hogan movie that was supposed to come out with? Chris
it got
Hemsworth?
canceled.
Fucking
they
shit.
canceled that shit. I know.
Whatever.
They're like, actually, this guy's actually kind of a piece of shit human.
Did you guys? I don't care. I don't care.
I still want to watch it. That makes it more interesting, in my opinion.
Did you guys watch the Saturday night main event? They brought that back for WWF or WWE.
No, but well, I'll tell you about that later. About that. Yeah, it's fun. The napkins, fun napkin holders. Dante Pilato says, "What do Chalice and Loomis think of the band No Effects?" My friend Loomis here. He doesn't party the way that I party. I like to go to a weird punk dive bar and just feel around. A lot of men dressed as women in there, and it turns out fine 70% of the time, 60% of the day. But you probably haven't heard No Effects, have you?
What does it stand for? No fucking xylophones. I don't listen to that garbage music.
That's actually correct.
No, ma'am.
I think it's a little too showy. Like, we get it. You're punk rock. You don't agree with the system. Or listen, if you put a boobies.
Oh, go ahead. I thought you were done. I didn't even know they were still together.
They just retired. Actually, they just react. I think No Effects actually has a couple good songs that I enjoy. But I was doing Chalice, but that's actually how I feel about them. I think it's a little too like, we're never going to sell out. We don't care what you think. Sometimes it's more performative. But I think they do mean it at their soul and core. But that being said, they still have a couple songs that are fun.
Oh, so this apple juice is not fun when you first drink it.
It'll get into your soul. You just having your first apple juice?
Yeah.
What a life.
Yeah. Well, I was. How long can I go?
That was the limit. That was the one. We found the push button. Push button is what I meant to say. Nighttime says, I sent a super chat about Die Hard. A few chats up. Thanks, Nighttime. I'll go grab that.
I thought we read one about Die Hard. I guess not. And Nighttime would know.
You read it too fast to me.
Time of night.
So he said Die Hard 2 draft work print has extra gore that was cut out from the final film. The headshot is nastier. Movie is meaner. Too bad it got no official release. Yeah, that was happened all the time back then, though. There's so many fucking 80s and 90s movies, specifically the Friday the 13th franchise, that man. I bet you to God that they wish they saved that fucking footage, because if they had saved that footage, they could go back, render it back into the movie, and sell that fucking 4K.
They just released it back in the theater.
Yeah, you could. If it's a lot, you could do the theater, but even then, you could, to the hardcore fans, you could make, I bet, a great amount of money from just a couple scenes. People would eat it the fuck up.
Dude, we're talking about movies that we'll never get to see the full version of it is Event Horizon, because apparently all that, like, there was a fuck ton of that movie that was cut out because they thought it was too violent and too gory, and they didn't, and the pussies that were in the test audience, it was like, I don't like it, I have nightmares, so they had to cut down a lot of the scenes. But dude, you imagine, I think Event Horizon is one of the best horror in space movies I've ever seen. It really is. It's an incredible movie. I think it's so good. It could have been so much better though if they had just allowed them to have the full cut version. And I would have bought that shit up and ate that shit like morning cornflakes if they had the unreleased. But unfortunately, that film was destroyed. Like, it's all gone.
Jay, we have come around each other many times as men.
Many times.
And never alone. Never alone. That's big. That's a big. There has to, for it not to be gay, there at least has to be a third guy in the room, you know?
Yeah, at least videotaping it and putting it on the internet. That's not gay.
Yeah. But we've come to the point in the night, which is one of my favorite parts of the show that we do now, which is just to watch a couple of Instagram reels and laugh our little sick fucking asses off. I've got to find mine, though. Give me 1 second here.
By the way, Holly, I did. She saw. I think we're alone now. when you earlier, I read it and I was like, "Shit!" That popped in my head, and now it's stuck there.
I got to be careful with these. So if one pops on with music, I'll have to turn it off real quick. But one of my friends sent me this, and this is fucking, dude. This is so funny. Point of view is you're in a scary movie.
Okay.
Rise.
That's it. That's it.
Huh?
It's the way he hits the wall.
It looks like Danny McBride fucking him up.
Fuck on me! No! Fuck on you!
Dude, that was so well filmed.
That was really well done. Yeah, it looked like Danny McBride and Pedro Pascal had a baby, and that's what came out.
He said, "Fuck on me."
Yeah, I like how the comments has scary movie him running away from the piano too. Like that's exactly. Yeah, in real life, dude, there's no fucking way most of this shit would ever go down. Like, I mean, there's too many people that carry guns and shit. It just would be over. It just would be over.
So there's gonna be like 3 of these of this dude in a row, but I can't help it, dude. This guy, and I know that these are staged, but they fucking make me laugh, dude. I can't
Did he
help
pee
it.
his pants?
It looks like that, but they're just terrible sweatpants.
Oh.
Here we go.
I give you the power, and then I walk. Isn't that just Nick Holt begging for a role in the new Superman movie? I can do anything. You know, like, you see what you're like, I get it. I get it. Like that's when you like. Have you ever been at like a bar where you're fucking drunk and then you like think you're badass and then you get into a face or you think you're gonna get into a face of somebody and you're like, no, it's good. That's all
Okay.
good. That's all good. That's all good.
Yeah, my girl's watching. He smelled this dude's fucking pits. This is fucking great.
Dude, he looks like
He reminds me
who
of
he
Kyle Green, dude. That's who he reminds me of.
No, he
Or he's
looks like not. He kind of reminded me of Adrian Brody a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that. Or Patrick Dempsey.
Maybe Patrick Dempsey. Yeah.
There might be one more. Yeah, there's. He taps this guy on the arm so he sees what he's about to do.
Oh, damn. Dude, I mean, props to all the people that he's working with to make sure they don't like break character and laugh and shit. Because I wonder how many times that he had to fucking do this shit for them to like not laugh.
It's weird when you think that it's like not a gimmick because you're like people would probably be like that in real life. They're like afraid to laugh, so it probably would be that awkward and quiet. Oh, are you frozen? Come back.
Wife better not have turned on a streaming. I've told my wife specifically, do not watch Netflix while I'm streaming.
You're back now. Okay, I think this is the last one from this guy.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know why it makes me laugh so fucking hard. Dude, this is fucking
Kind of looks like I'm not gonna say
I actually believe this guy was drunk. This is proof that whiskey gives me superpowers.
We've all been there. He's not out of breath. Dude, he ran at one point. It sounds like when he runs back to the table, he goes, it sounded like he said, "I'm so bad."
But dude, the reason that I think it's real is that I think he was doing a bit, but when he gets up to the trash can, he's like, "I'm gonna do one more," and watch his knee hits the trash can, and you know that shit fucking hurts, and he gives up. Just watch real close, like when his knee hits the trash can, he's like, "Oh fuck."
Oh my god, it sounds cringy if it's real.
Here it is.
Oh, it's kind of, if it's real, it's one of the it's up there on cringe awards, like 5,000 if it's real.
I think you're right. By the way, I heard him go, "It's so bad."
It's I don't know. It's like, what was he auditioning for? It was like, I got fucking gifts. I can fucking do parkour, you bitch.
Hey, how was dinner
Oh, this is the thing I was telling you about earlier. So my wife, every time I turn on the PlayStation,
with the girls?
It was good. You want to go for a walk or something? Or no, I'm good. So, what did you want to do today? Just chill. Okay. I'm just going to chill too. No worries. What you doing? Just playing some PlayStation. You never talk to me.
that was basically exactly what Jay was describing.
I feel like it's kind of like that scene in Last Crusade, Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, when Harrison Ford was like, "Well, you and I've never," because the last time you and I had shared anything was we had a milkshake together, and he's like, "And I want to talk to you." He's like, "All right, fine. What do you want to talk about?" No. What do you want to talk about? He's like, "I have no idea." It's like, then what are you complaining for? Like, that's what...
This is so good. Someone outside just said Creed sucks.
Hey, we have a problem, Ross. I have a problem. What are you doing?
You're in the parking lot.
You stay here! You stay here with Stephanie! You take me to him! Take me to the son of a bitch! Take me to him! Come on! Go! 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 Where's the son of a bitch? Where is he? Where are they? God! Where?
Yeah, dude, that's true. That's how it's actually. If it was just like me and Mike, when someone outside said, "Man, it still sucked." It's like, you guys don't even understand. You don't understand.
Listen. Oh shit! I gotta change my. I hope this one has battery fluid in it.
Someone said in the comments in the replies to this is, I just noticed the second security guard called him Mr. McMillan. Mr. McMillan, the CEO of McMillan Industries. Oh, when Vince was still, well, actually around this time, I think people were coming out with stories about him. I don't know. It sucks, dude. You can say what you want about Vince McMahon, but dude, he was a part of the, I remember hearing his voice as far as he wasn't even a great commentator, but he did have a very electric voice and energy about him back in the day when he was announcing or calling the matches in the early 90s and late 80s of the wrestling period. Yep. It's a shame he's a creeper.
I was going to say the exact same thing. It sucks that he turns out to allegedly not be a good person because he was really talented at what he did.
Yeah.
But that one drunk person at the family barbecue.
Oh, gummy bears. Oh, gummy bears.
Yep. Been there.
There's one in every family.
Yep.
And it's not even ours. It's not even us in ours. Oh, dude. Oh my God. This made me think of you. You're going to.
No. I did. Mike send this to you?
No, I just found this on my own.
Okay. Mike sent me this one.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy. Oh, so when you guys will get this you understand why this made everybody think of Jay. POV, you started drinking beer to help you sober up.
Stick with beer, you want something stronger. I quit drinking, I'll stick with beer. You know there's alcohol in that, right? It's a Michelob Ultra. There's more alcohol in orange juice. I ain't judging, buddy. I mean, I've been on the wagon 8 years. I'm just saying, drinking beer, still drinking. Well, I tell you what, bud. You watch me drink 6 of these sons of bitches, and I'll come back in here tomorrow night and drink 6 whiskeys, and you tell me if you notice a fucking difference. I'll take your word for it. Stick with beer.
I mean, that's 100% true.
I think that's from a new show. I think it's a new Taylor Sheridan called the Gas Man or some shit like that. I don't know.
Dude, I feel like Billy Bob Thornton stopped aging after he turned 58. Like,
to be fair, he already looked 58 when he was.
That's what I'm saying.
30.
He just stopped.
Do you remember those videos where like he was dating Angelina Jolie and she'd be like licking his neck and shit like that?
Dude, he's the one
and,
that
like,
said she was too weird for him.
Yeah, like they carried a vial of blood of each
That's
other's
so
blood around. So I saw a video of that, and someone was like, "How the fuck did Billy Bob Thornton have Angelina Jolie acting like this?"
He motherfucker can sling game and drink whiskey like a bitch.
So just a normal Tuesday night. My wife, all right, you can go drink it with the boys, but don't go full blast. Me and the boys.
Yep, that's what it is. That's 100%. That's exactly what it is. You feel like dirty shit. Then you're like that drunk guy, that barbecue of that video we just watched earlier the next morning.
We've had so many of those nights, especially with Cody. It was like, well, we'll go out, but we're gonna have one beer. We're gonna have one beer.
No, dude, I knew it was gonna be bad when he said he was gonna go out with us. Because he always comes up with that. It's like, dude, I never get to go out with you guys. I never get to do anything. We got to go do something really cool. I'm like, all right. And then we go out and do something. And he's like, 2 hours later, he's like, I got to go home. I'm like, how the fuck we gonna get home? We're all drunk. And we're low on money.
Mr. Beer said they should have left Chad out of this. I'm assuming that you mean the Scream 7 news about Chad. Who knows what's going to happen? I find it more intriguing than anything else. Aren't you at least curious, Mr. Beer? Aren't you? Dude, Bad Santa is still fucking
It's
awesome,
so funny, dude. He's like, God damn it. He's like, I'm on my lunch. I'm on my fucking lunch break.
I might watch that tonight. It's been too long.
That part where that kid sneezes like chocolate milk on his fucking face. He goes, God damn it.
I just remember the fuck me Santa, and then also when that guy walks in and he's with that girl in the stall, and he's like, "You ain't gonna shit right for a month." I was like, "God damn, this movie's going hard."
I like Bernie Mac was really funny in that too. He was like, "I goes, how about we do 70-30 split?" He goes, huh. He gets it at half, and then when he was talking to that the midget guy, he was like, "Oh, you got a little lip on you, huh, midget? Huh? You got a little lip on you." Dude, Bernie Mac was so good at that. But yeah, dude, I didn't. Bad Santa 2 wasn't that good. But that kid, he goes, Billy Bob was like, what's the fucking deal with you and sandwiches? I don't want no fucking sandwich. Because that fat kid was like, you want some sandwiches? I'll make you some sandwiches.
Dude, we should do a commentary for Bad Santa. I think that show would be fucking
I thought
awesome.
we did.
I don't think we ever did a commentary for that one. That would be good.
No.
It's 1995. You're in computer class using Macintalk for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
It's
so true, dude. It was like doing that and then Oregon Trail nonstop. That's how I look when my fucking dial-up internet works out.
Or you write boobs on a calculator, like
turn it upside down. Yeah.
Nobody and guys who don't gamble.
It's useless.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Oh, I think we watched this last time, so
yeah,
I think
we did.
Reached the end, but we can watch it one more time because it's so fucking funny. Eastbound and Down, Fixin's bloopers.
Would have is I'd like a larger section for the fixins. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I want to have a wide variety of sauces and shit.
Oh, I didn't know you were gonna have that big of a variety of sauces and fixins.
Yeah,
I'm down with that. Oh, really? I didn't know you were gonna have that big of a variety of sauces and fixins.
You better clean them fixins up right now.
I am never cleaning up your fixins again.
Let's get out of here. You son of a bitch. You better clean them fixins up right now.
I am never cleaning up your fixins again.
You better clean them fixins up right now, you son of a bitch.
Kenny, you're a big boy. From now on, you gotta...
Only amend I would have.
I don't know why that makes me laugh so fucking hard, but it does.
Yeah,
it's good.
Good times.
It's good. Lemon Press says, job let me go a week before Christmas. Fuck Chumbawamba. I got knocked down, then got stopped by Mark Wahlberg before I could get up again.
That's the
Know what? Rough,
That's what I call a comeback song for a shitty situation. I'm sorry about that, dude, but you got a great outlook on life. You got to get curb stomped by Mark Wahlberg to appreciate that. But good on you.
Do you know it? Do you know what you are, Lemon Press?
You got to take those lemons and press out some lemonade.
No,
what?
You know what you are? Hang on a second.
God.
Hang on.
Can the fucking landing pad on my pimple get any bigger? Holy shit, the drones are going to start landing on it.
Don't feel bad, Lemon Press, because you are the comeback king.
You down on the floor, they're gonna keep it. They just give you some more and treat you like spit. Cause when you reach for the door, they're gonna close it. You're a beautiful soul, but no one knows it.
Dude.
I am missing nothing. If it's going to swing, you better make it sting.
Well, that's it. Channel's going to get shut down. He's going to bring the wolves out and come attack us.
You know what I mean. When I'm gone, it's end of scene. Like a blank screen, you can never count me out.
Who's the comeback king?
Like,
comeback king.
You know what he looks like? He looks like one of those guys that you find on the side of the street that's been a panhandler all his life, and then you like fix him up on one of those reality shows, and you're like, you could be a singer if you wanted to be. And then he was like, he took it to heart. You know what? Good on him, dude. He's living his dreams, I guess. You can't call him original though, because he's literally styled himself after. Even the way he tries to sing, it sounds like he's trying to be Michael Jackson. It's so insane, dude. Like his hairstyle, everything about it, what he's doing.
Oh, dude, when he's live on stage, you can go. Trust me, guys. You can go down a deep rabbit hole tonight of just Corey Feldman live videos. He thinks he is Michael Jackson.
It's crazy. I've never seen anybody that's like it's. Well, you know, I think what it do. I think it is that when you have that much money. I don't know how much money he has, but I just think that this is true for anybody that has more money than they know what to do with. They get so fucking bored that they just do out weird shit. They just do weird shit because they're bored.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what causes.
I mean, at least he's not doing like Diddy shit. Like Diddy is like a goddamn Satanist apparently, or some weird shit. Like I mean, he was just like whatever. But at least Feldman's not hurting.
He's definitely
anybody.
not a good person. You definitely put Diddy in probably not a good person category.
Probably. I mean, we don't know. The jury's still out. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. That's not fair. That's not fair. He could be a nice guy. He could be a great guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. I mean, how can you not be a great guy when you come out with great classics with Mace?
It's and
you're wearing bubble jackets.
There's a world where he's a good dude, and he just wanted to help all those kids.
It's the bad timeline that we're in.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's a timeline where he's a wonderful person and a nice man. It's Christmas. We can't judge.
Yep. It is nearly. By the way, guys, again, just so you guys know, it's going to be Wham in the morning on Thursday. Make sure you're here.
Come to us. Come to me, Jim Joe, and see what we have to offer you.
Open up Santa's stockings and dive on in. It's going to be a fun ride for everybody.
Stick your face in and go.
It's called the Motorboating Son of a Bitch Special.
But that is our stream tonight, my friends. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. It's been a fucking blasty blast, an absolute blasty blast, as it always is. Clinton, I don't know what day we're streaming next week. I know we're streaming on Thursday. And then maybe we'll know then.
Well, I just know next week. Thursday. I mean, next week got Christmas coming up. I mean, I don't know. We'll figure it out, but we'll do something.
We got let's see, like next Tuesday is Christmas Eve, so we won't be streaming next Tuesday. Maybe the day after Christmas, Boxing Day. We could be streaming on Boxing Day Eve. That's a possibility.
Yeah, so you guys can show me all your Kirkland t-shirts and buttons up there you got.
We'll show each other
and tell us all about the fixins that you had.
The fixins.
It's all the fixins.
But we'll see everyone who's able to in 2 days, 9 a.m. Hey, thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. It was a fucking blast. We love you guys so much. Merry early Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, guys.
We'll see you soon. Go get you some fixins.
See you guys.
Fixins.